Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. You lie about my son. Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Okay, bye. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Marla. That was Peter. He's on the phone. I have to drop the link for him. He's not sure how all this works. So, Peter, I'm dropping the link, and we'll direct you from there once you grab the link. Let's see if he has any problems. I hope not. But hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you going to know when he grabs it? Is he going to message you along the way?
Yeah, I dropped the link here. I'll drop it again just in case. I told him how to get on, and we'll see if he can get on. So you watch the bottom. I'll get to the top and say hello to everyone, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So hello, Mobland, Kremel, Carol. Hello to Angela. Hello. Hello to Paul Clinton. Let's see. Let me see. Everybody's saying hello. Hello, Gerard. Hi, Paul Clinton. I already said Paul Clinton. Okay, let's see. Sean, how are you, Sean? How are you? Hello, Susie. How are you, Susie?
Okay. Hey, Susie, what's going on?
Hello, the Bullets Gotti show. How are you, Bullets? Hello, Ron Gross. Hello, Thor. I think he meant your mother. Sorry. But let's see. Hello, Richie. Hello to Finn Freak. How are you? Ron Gross. Top G. How are you? Joey Melrose. Let's see. Muggs. Hi, Muggs. Let me see. Cuban B. How are you? Lori Love. I think we have everyone, right? Lisa. Yeah. How are you, Lisa? Kathy. Let's see. Claudio. Hi, Claudio. Hi, Mr. Bill. Hi, David James. Hi, Maureen. Okay, we're just waiting for Peter to grab the link and come on. I'm not sure if he's going to have any problems. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Rick T. How are you? Okay. Hello, Victoria Young. I think I said Victoria Young already, right? Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Double the love.
What happened?
I said double the love.
Yes. So I dropped the link for Peter. I'm going to drop it again because he's not sure how this works. Here he is. He's here.
Me?
Hello, Peter.
What's going on?
How are you, Peter?
Can't complain.
Very good. Say hi to my co-host, Marla.
Hey, Peter. How you doing?
How you doing, Marla? We have a hard time doing this because the computer won't. I don't know. I forgot my password, so he could get it on the computers. I had to go through my phone.
Oh, okay, but we see you. You're fine.
Yeah. I don't throw up, I show up.
You what?
I said, I don't throw up, I show up.
Oh, you're the
Yeah.
best. You. So what's going on, Peter? How are you?
I'm decent. Waiting, try to get this movie deal done and the documentary finance, everything financing, and then we'll be set.
Very
You know?
good. So I have somebody who's watching this tonight. So let's see what happens, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Ask away.
Yeah. So Peter, so I was Marla and I were we did our homework with you. We were looking up all the, all your info. And I didn't realize, Marla, is that your phone? Oh yeah, that's
Nope,
Marla.
that's a car passing.
Oh, okay. So I didn't realize that your father is half Chinese and your mom is black. And your dad, from your bio, I read that your dad was a Chinese gangster.
Yeah, he was a gangster.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
And
He
so
was a gangster.
so you grew up where, in Chinatown?
No, we used to go down there. I grew up in the South Bronx.
Oh, okay, because it said that. Oh, maybe your father grew up in Chinatown.
Well, my father used to go to Chinatown a lot because that's where, all the gangs and stuff was, the Chinese gangsters used to be at. Right across from Little Italy.
Yes, I know. I know it. I love Chinatown.
Yeah, I used to. I go to Queens now for Chinatown because Chinatown and Canal Street, it's kind of dirty.
Yeah, but how about Warhop? That place is the best.
You know about Wohop? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Wohop is a classic.
Yeah.
That's on Mott Street. All of them is on Mott Street.
And do you like it? You like Warhop or no? You're tired of
Yeah,
it?
I mean, I stopped going down there since the pandemic, and then you had the area is just dirty. They don't clean up good around there. So I'm thinking, what's in my food? So that's why I go to Queens. Chinatown and Queens is clean.
Where's Chinatown and Queens?
I think it's in Flushing.
Oh yes, you're right. Okay. Oh, so you go there. So you're living in New York now?
I'm in Yonkers.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. So you're in Yonkers.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you like New York better or California?
Well, New York is my town. You know, I want to move to Florida if anything.
Yeah,
California's too artificial for me. Everybody want to be Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. So I'm not trying to go that route.
So tell us, so now we were reading your story. I had no idea that that Arlene Brickman, did she testify against you?
Yes, she did.
So tell us that story. Tell us what happened. So you were dating Madonna.
Mm-hmm. That's what you want to call it. I was just trying to get my money washed, and she was setting me up with the feds.
She set you up with the feds?
She put Arlene Brickman on me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How would those two know each other? They're from two different walks of life.
Well, Arlene Brickman was setting up mafia guys too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
But what she did, she was supposed to. I never came out though, because when I went away, I'd never heard of it coming out. But Madonna was supposed to play Arlene Brickman in the book she came out with called Mob Girl. That was Arlene Brickman's book called Mob Girl.
Girl.
And Madonna was supposed to play her. So that's where that came about. And Madonna put Arlene on me, who tried to get me to do business with them. And then what happened, I kept brushing her off, but then there was a drought. And when the drought came, that's when I reached out to get something. That's when I got arrested. But there was never no drugs. I showed up with my money, and the feds grabbed me. So it was called a reverse thing. And that's illegal now. They can't do that no more. That's what I heard. But it wasn't illegal when they did it to me.
So you get arrested. I read that you had 2 hung juries.
Yeah, I had 2 hung juries, then I lost the last trial.
And then you lost the last one?
Mm-hmm.
And That was what, in Brooklyn Federal Court or Manhattan?
Long Island.
Oh, that was in Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh,
The,
wow.
the judge, they switched the judge and the prosecutor on me for the third trial. And you know what happened then. So then I lost.
They did that to my brother.
Mm-hmm.
They did that to my brother in the fourth one.
Yeah. You know, they got all this stuff.
And so she was the one who testified against you? She set you up? She testified against you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. And how many years did you do?
21 and 21 years, 8 months.
21 years and 8 months. Wow. And how long are you home now?
I've been home since the end of 2015, October. End of October 2015.
So 2015, you've home since.
Yeah, I came to jail in 1995.
Oh, wow. So now when you were in the MDC, you made friends with some people that I know.
Okay. Well, ask me who they are. I met a lot of good people, but your people, the Italians, stand-up guys. I met a lot of them that was real good guys, and we became close friends in there.
So you became close friends with the Italian guys, right? You just said?
Yeah, a couple of them was crying when I blew down. You know?
I didn't really hear you.
I said a couple of them was crying when I blew trial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They,
So this was in the MDC, right? Were you in MDC?
MDC.
Right.
I was in there with some good people.
You want
So
to
ask me who you think I was with, and I'll tell you.
Were you with Joe Watts?
Joe Watts is like a father to me. Great man, wonderful man.
Really? So you got close with Joe Watts?
One of the best.
Really?
Yeah, I got kicked off the 6 South because I was with George Conti and them at first. Me, George Conti, Carmine Avellino, Paulie LaDuca. Who else was with us? No, Georgie Cipolla wasn't with us, but when I went to the 4th floor, that's when I met Joe Watts and Victor Vina. All good guys. All them guys that I mentioned, they was you can't get no better than them.
Really?
Yeah.
And how long were you with them?
I mean, almost 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So we all we always getting shipped out, getting our times, and we was leaving. But we had fun while we was there. We ate good, had our little laughs. George Conti was the funniest because you would never think that he was he fit in with us like that, because I didn't even sleep in the hood. We had a hood section where all you had was people smoking and staying up all night joking around. He slept in that section. The whole section smelled like cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? I slept in the front with I think Carmine Avellino was with me and Paulie LaDuca. Paulie had a restaurant in Long Island called Paulie's. I don't know if you remember him.
No, I don't remember that, but go ahead.
He got deported.
He got deported?
Yeah, he got deported. He was an older guy.
Okay.
So this was when I was on the 6th floor. And then when I went to the 4th floor, I was in the section with Joe Watts and Rick Arena and my man Sal, because my man Sal introduced me to him, and he moved the guy right out the back, brought the bed and said, "Yo, Shue, this is your bed." He brought me to the back with them. So
really?
Yeah, Joe's fantastic. Then I ran into him again in Otisville. And it was funny because he was walking the track with the you know, with the Italians, and he see me. he, 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 Get over here, man! You know, he was because I ain't seen him so long. You know, he was happy to see me. And after that, because the Italians, they know I knew Joe. So after that, you know, I was getting food sent to me every weekend. So one of the Italians was sending me a plate. It was funny. So
That's nice.
yeah, Joe is the best, man. Joe is something special, man. He's like he has a great personality and a great love for life. He prepared me for me having to do the stretch. He used to talk to me and tell me what to expect and stuff. And he told me I'm gonna deal. He said you're gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna deal with, you know. He prepared me for it because you know that was the first time I got 20-something years, so I had to, you know, get prepared for that. You have to train your mind. And he was there to support me, and I always would love him. You know, and he did time like it wasn't even nothing. You know, he'd just be laid back, enjoying life. You know, and we ate good food while we was there. You know, it was a nice, you know, atmosphere. And I think he left me first. But when he left, it wasn't the same.
Oh,
He left
really?
NBC. Yeah, he left NBC Brooklyn before me, I think. Then I ran into him a few years later at Otisville. I think it was like 2000, something like that. He had come through Otisville. He was on they flying him somewhere, so you know they really was harassing him. But
Oh, they were harassing him?
of course they was.
Wow.
Joe was a powerful man. I mean, he's a powerful man. Brain wise, you know, heart wise, he's just a good dude. You know, I would love to see him again. I'm waiting till I could get the okay to see him again because I know, you know, they still gonna mess with him. That's how they do people that they can't control. You can't control Joe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, but
You
like,
can't control me either. So
is he still on like parole or probation or anything like that?
probably so.
Yeah. What about you?
Um, Actually, I was getting off, but I caught a case I wasn't really involved in. But now you know, the feds is trying to give me 6 months, but I'm fighting it, you know, and hopefully I'll be okay. God willing.
Are you kidding? So
Mhm.
you're not involved in this, and they involved you anyway.
Well, I had a mind involved because I just was on the phone with the guy, the stupid dude that wasn't taking care of his phones the way he should have, and I didn't talking on the phone. But he wouldn't go and get the apps he had to get, so he jammed a lot of people up. So since when my name come up, they think they got the big guy, but I really wasn't doing that. So, but the association really messed me up with him. You know, but
So
it is
now,
what it is.
when you were in prison, what prison were you in? Were you with any other men?
You
Like
talk about any of the
George?
Italians?
Yeah, the Italians.
Yeah, but they all over the place. But it's like, to me, the best ones I met was the ones I met in MDC Brooklyn. But there's some others that was in other jails, and what was the Italian that part of the Pizza Connection? He was with me and Alan with Penn. You know, they Fat Minnie. I don't know if you knew Fat Minnie. And what was his co-defendant? He had a co-defendant, Tommy something. This is so long ago. I got to remember their name. Tommy was kind of loony, but he was his co-defendant. It was a lot of them, but you know,
And you didn't have any problem with these men whatsoever, right?
no, men don't have problems with men. You know,
Yeah.
You gotta be more specific if you want to ask me a
No,
question.
I mean, they like they always on here, especially on YouTube, they're always like, "Oh, Italian men, they're prejudiced against black men and all this other crap." You didn't find any of that, right? You didn't find any prejudice and stuff,
See, this is where the problem lies, right? Every nationality has some form of prejudice in them.
right?
Italians have it, the blacks, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, the Chinese, everybody. But it's not everybody. So you can't stereotype people. But the Italians I mess with, nah. They was all for our main thing. Because the guys I was around was, as long as you wasn't a snitch, you're okay.
Right.
So the ones I was with. And that's why we're a selective few. But you have blacks that's racist. You have blacks that's verbal racist. Like in New York, you have verbals where, Brooklyn might not mess with the Bronx, and that's all. That is crazy. We all from New York, but some of them is like that, and not all of them. I'm not see, and that's what you have to get in your head, that it's not everybody. It's only the selective few. So
Right.
if they saying the Italians don't like blacks, that's not true. They should say some of the Italians don't like black. Then that's true. But then
Right.
you have to go to every nationality, because Mexicans don't like us, a lot of them, but some of them do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I even had a couple of friends that was all right with me, that was Aryan brothers. They was cool, It's just that, it's peer pressure. Once they get around their people, they have to act different. But if you just with them, socializing, having a good time with them, and watching games or shooting pool or whatever you do, it's no different. I met a few of everybody. Russians, same thing. Actually, we had one of the best Russians with us when we was on 6th floor, and he had got crazy money. His name was, I think, Morant Baragula, or Baragula Morant, one of them names. But he was one of the top Russians at that time, and he was a good dude, crazy, like another father. And he was respectful, he was funny, and he had crazy money. You would never expect him to be these type of people. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to the Italians, they be jealous because of some of the things they haven't been able to do that the Italians do. And now the Russians, so, if you could do things and enjoy life, a lot of times people be jealous of you. But as far as I'm concerned, nah, none of the Italians I met was racist. And they couldn't be when it came to like guys like George Conti, and Joe Watts, and them type of guys, because they wouldn't have had that. They was, they would get on them hard. So
Now, George Conti, I think, was a friend of my father's. I know Joe Watts was a friend of my father's, but George Conti, that name sounds so familiar.
great man, great.
Really?
Listen, man, this guy, I'm telling you, you wouldn't even know he was Italian. You would think he was black.
Are you kidding? Really?
The way he joked around and hung out like a hood dude. He'd be in this, he'd be doing jokes. I mean, there was this one thing he did that I would never forget. He used to take his lighter and light as he passed his gas, and the flame would go, it come out like a flamethrower.
Are you kidding me?
Georgie was hilarious. And then one time, it backfired, and his drawers caught on fire. Yeah, that was the funniest thing. And you can see George. You can see Georgie hopping on the bed to put the fire.
Oh my
It reminded me of one of the TV3 Stooges show. I wonder if you remember that.
I remember the Three Stooges. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about him jumping off the bed, like trying to put the fire out. That was funny, but he was just a good guy, man. We had so much fun together. Even though we doing time, Every time I had the hung jury, I come back worn down. Georgie would be like, everybody pick him up. Take him to the bed, take him to bed. Feed him. Get me ready for the next trial. He was,
Really?
yeah, Georgie was something else, man. Great guy. You know, his little, when at the time his little boy was fantastic. I should play with, mess with him all the time on a visit. You know, just a great dude. You know, him and Joe Watts, man, my favorites. Him and Joe Watts are my favorites when it comes to them. But
Really? So who did the cooking?
oh, Paulie did when we was in on the 6th floor. You know, Paulie did. When we was on the 4th floor, we used to have the police bring the food into us. So we was eating good, you know, back
And
in the day.
what are some of the things that they used to make?
Oh, Paulie made anything, all the Italian food, anything you could. He had a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
All you gotta do is ask somebody who had Paulie's in Long Island. He had a restaurant called Paulie's in Long Island at one time. And as far as I know, you know, I only hear the stories. I don't have the factual, but what I heard, they had deported him. You know, I don't know if he's still alive. And then I heard Carmine Avellino passed away, and he was another good guy. That was George Conti's co-defendant, and he
Oh,
passed away.
really? Now,
So,
did George Conti pass away too?
no, as far as I know, he's home, and I think he's on the West Coast somewhere. That's what somebody told me.
Oh, okay.
I'd be happy when I hear they doing good, or they everything's all right with them.
Okay.
Then I had another one that was in Allenwood with me named Lorenzo. I forgot Lorenzo's real name, but Lorenzo, he has a steakhouse in Brooklyn now. Good dude, another good guy. You know, good guy, very respectful. You know, I used to mess with him because I touch his hair. We was in the room together. We was bunkies. I touch his hair, he go crazy. Don't touch the hair, don't touch the hair. Because he take hours combing his hair, get his hair right. He was he was real good dude though. Rico, I don't know if you knew Lucasio. Rico is a great dude too. You know, big guy. This guy could throw the football like almost 100 yards. This guy was great. Now with us, he was like the quarterback for our unit's team, but he could throw. Another good dude. I keep in touch with Rico.
So you guys would play football and stuff like that?
Well, I played basketball. You know.
Oh, you played basketball.
So I won all the championships, most of them in basketball. You know, when I was young in there. So that was that. But
Peter, how old are you? Can I ask?
63 now.
Oh wow, you look much younger.
Yeah, jail preserves you.
That's those black genes kicking in.
Just shoot. Joe Watts look young. Everybody looks young when they do all that time. They can't do nothing. Everybody look, looks good. You know.
Marla said that's your black genes kicking in. Everybody, please hit the like button. Hello,
I think that might be the Chinese. The Chinese people are the ones that live long. You know, but that's what it is. You know, my thing is, all these guys was good dudes, man, and we didn't deserve the time we got for just being in the drug life. And then you have the people that tell on us. They come home, get with their family. They can have bodies and everything. They come home before us. You know, it just was funny. You know how I'm glad I wasn't Italian, because all they do is want to mess with them and put them in jail.
Exactly.
I used to tell my Italian friends, like, you're cursed, because even if you're out the game, just because you was in part of that family, they still come get you. You know, it's terrible how they do the Italians. So, if anything, you know, people should respect that the Italians have to go through worse than everybody when it comes to dealing with this federal government.
You're not kidding. So my friend just texted me and said that the guy at Allenwood with that pizza connection was Ralphie Famaro.
I don't know him by name. I just know he was a pizza connection guy. You know, but he was there with me in '96.
Oh, okay. So his name was Ralphie.
Ask him about Vinny Vinny with the cigars, and Tommy. All of them was in there that I knew. Vinny was in my unit. Me and Vinny was in one something, 1A, I think.
Yeah, where was Vinny from?
New York.
Oh, no, I know he was from New York, but what, Brooklyn,
Probably,
Queens?
probably Long Island, Queens.
Oh,
I
okay.
forget. Me and Vinny used to talk all the time, but I couldn't go around him every day because he smoked them cigars. Man, he smokes a cigar every 5 minutes. You know, he a smoker. So
Oh, really?
yeah, when they took cigarettes out, I know that had to hurt him. You know, so
Oh, when they stopped smoking in the prisons, right?
yeah, they stopped us to have cigarettes. They, I mean, we would still get them. Guys would still get them. You just had to pay an arm and a leg for the box. But the whole thing is, he used to smoke like a chimney. And I forget Tommy's last name. Tommy was the next door from us, but he's kind of loony. And then I can't even think of the other guy. I think he might have just passed away not too long ago. He was a enforcer for the mob. I forgot his name. He's another good dude. He was cool with my uncle, but they did time all through their life. But I got to catch a piece of him at the end. He was an hour low with me.
Now, a friend of mine is asking. He said, "Ask him about the Irish guys from South Boston. Did you know them?"
Yes, it was a few good guys from South Boston. But I'm not. My thing is this: if you don't socialize with me a lot, I'm not gonna remember your name. But see, like guys, I remember their name. That's because we were around each other more so. But there's a lot of good guys that didn't tell, that I didn't get to hang out with all the time because of everybody had the agendas, At that time, my main thing was working out and playing basketball. So after I finished all that and doing all the training in the classes and stuff, I'd be tired. I'd just go back and eat and go to sleep. On the weekends, we have late night. I'll stay up a little bit. But the Italians, they hardly stay up late night. They was going to sleep because most of them had the visits or they just don't want to hang out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Joe Watts, he hung out with you, right?
Well, Joe Watts went to sleep. Actually, after, we was all in the dorm together. So Joe, we used to, lie back, think about life, think about his game plan, because he always used to tell me, always thinking for the future. And he'd fall asleep. But all of us was, in the dorms, you really couldn't do much anyway. So once the lights go out, we might be in the chairs next to somebody's bed talking, kicking it, and then you get tired, you go to sleep. But Joe would talk to us while he up. When he fall asleep, he fall out.
So who would you say? Yeah, Chicky. He already said. So you said that Italians are treated differently
when it comes to the feds, the federal government. Yeah, I believe so.
Government, yeah, but not by. But what are they treated differently than the guys in prison?
I believe so. I believe they're harassed. I believe because, but there's some COs that idolize the mob because they watch all the gangster movies. So
yeah,
some of them would treat them good, but then you have some that didn't like them because they were jealous of them. I mean, like I said, the Italians was cursed because they had the, the government calls the Italians, organized criminals.
right.
But I mean, the government's organized criminals in reality. But they called the Italians that, and the Italians was just smart to make money. They did their thing to make money. Then and then a lot of the blacks copy their styles, going all the way back to Ronnie Bump, not Ronnie Bump, Hoodlum. Who played Hoodlum? Yeah, that movie Hoodlum. I forgot the name.
Hoodlum? Who played Hoodlum? The chat will tell us who played Hoodlum.
And he was one of the first blacks that I heard of that was dealing with the Italians. What was his name? I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, they have They have Bumpy Johnson.
Yeah.
So then you have so people watch these movies, and that's how they get the interpretation of all the idea in their head that they want to be a gangster, but they don't know that everything that goes on behind the scene that makes you not want to be a gangster. And the most important thing is your freedom, because once you do all that time, then you can't see your family and your friends. You don't you see them, but you don't see them a lot, and then you might be transferred to a state like out away from your family. So it's hard. So the thing is you have to adjust to everything. But jail is, I realize now, all the money I made all the money anybody makes in this world cannot compare to your freedom.
Or
See
your
what I'm
health.
saying? So, or your health too, because your health goes down.
Yeah.
Your health goes down too. But I just say, from what I've seen, and what they had to go through, I used to tell the Italians, I'm glad I'm not Italian, because you had the Chinese gangsters, you had the Russian gangsters. I think they start coming down on the Russians hard later on, but before, because of them gangster movies back in the day, the Lucky Luciano joints, and even the Gotti stuff, everybody wanted to be them. So you have guys that didn't care about going to jail until they get there, and then they realize this ain't a game. You think that, I'm getting there with some good guys and we having fun and we eating good. Okay. But you got to stand up for the counts. You got to let these 20-something-year-old COs that younger than you talk to you like you trash. It's a lot of things you have to endure. Then you got to deal with the knuckleheads in jail that don't know how to act as men. So, and then you got to deal with the snitches. So it's a lot to that jail thing that I didn't like. And I try to stay to myself most of the time because of that. And it's just something I don't want nobody to have to experience,
Exactly.
They shouldn't have to experience that, because jail ain't jail no more. Jail used to be about real men. Jail ain't jail no more. It's a privilege to tell on people. They make all the movies out of guys that they told on. They don't do no movies on the real guys. All right, you don't want to do the movie on me? Do it on somebody else that was real. But they don't do it. All the movies they did on these guys, most of them told.
Yeah, so you're talking about the rats and the snitches and all that, right?
Of course.
So I'm trying to turn this on. Hold on. So were you ever put in the hole or anything like that? Solitary confinement?
All the time.
Oh, you were.
Yeah. That's where they poisoned me at. They poisoned me because I got into it with the police and they poisoned me. I almost died twice. Whatever they put in my blood or in my food, it gave me a disease that is supposed to be a rare disease, and you're not supposed to be hereditary, and nobody in my family never had it. So
really? They say that a lot about prison, about like they said that with my father with the water at Marion where he was at.
I wouldn't be surprised. They wanted him dead because he was a great man. Everybody looked up to him. Everybody saluted him. Everybody, a lot of these young guys out here wanted to be like him. And not only Italians, you have blacks who wanted to have an organization like that. Puerto Ricans, everybody, it's, to me, I never judge a man by the color of his skin. I judge the man by his mind and his heart, because most of the guys that you trust into the color of your skin, they're going to sell you out. So the better to just real men recognize real men, and that's what it is about.
Did Joe ever talk about my dad to you?
Good things. You always say good things. Joe is a class act. Joe is a class act, man. Joe was living that life. Joe was a fly guy, man. Joe used to show me pictures and everything. Joe was something special, man. There's like the young guys that come up after us and stuff, me, anybody else. They could compare people to us, but they would never be us. And, the young guys love me still, because of how I am and how I, carry myself when it comes to real men and stuff. And people try to assassinate, lie on my name, but everybody knows it'll never be the truth. They'll just be them trying to get me in the situation like they are in, where they can't walk the street proud by themselves as a stand-up dude, and Joe can do that.
Right.
George Conte could do that. Georgie Cipolla could do that. All them guys, they can walk the streets with their heads up. And they didn't do, no baby time. They did real time.
Yeah, right.
Always did 20 or better. And if you're doing that type of time and you still able to keep your my cousin was telling me, because I thought I had all my faculties when I came home. He said, nah, you missing, you're hurting inside, because he kept trying to tell me I need to go to see a shrink, because he said I was hurting inside because I'm still feeling that pain of being locked up all that time. And I was like, no, I'm not. But he's right. Sometimes little things bring that out of me. When I see these snitches running around, talking about they this and they that, and knowing they don't tell the whole story, and they even making documentaries and everything, but they don't tell the whole story of what happened to them at the end. They only tell what they was doing during that life. And they was doing good that life, but when they got trapped off and they start telling on everybody, they don't talk about that. So I ask everybody, before you watch a documentary, before you hang out with a guy and follow him, and he's talking about he's not a rat, he hates rats and all that, check his jacket, because I believe a lot of them is no good. And I've been saying that for a while, and that's why they stay away from me, because they know if they come around me, I know they're a rat. I'm going to disrespect them.
Well,
So
you know what's happening here on YouTube is that like these rats, they do all the testifying, they put everybody away, and then they come out here on YouTube and other social media platforms, and they start like going after the guys that they put away,
yeah,
lying and making excuses,
exactly.
and
Exactly.
then they start when the family members like me call them out and say, you know what, that's not true, you're a liar, then they will start going after family members. And then when they go after you, they make excuses for doing that too. It infuriates me. Like
Going after a family member, like trying to do harm to them.
No. Like calling them names and lying about them, and just stuff like that. Like there was one person who ratted on against my brother, and as soon as he got out, he came on to social media and started saying all this crap, all these things that weren't true. And now today, he's up to, his stories went so high up that now he claims he was my father's right-hand man, when everybody knows he was nowhere near my father. So that's what I mean. They come out, they get on social media, and they try to be so tough and threatening people. Yeah, let's go get them. Let's go. And I'm like, oh my God, you couldn't even do your time. You couldn't go to prison. You became a rat. Now you come on social media. You want to go kill people?
Because the government opens the door for them to feel that they can do this again and not go to jail. And I have an idea of one of the people who you're talking about. And, to me, he's a clown. And the whole thing is, I never will feel a rat. You know, I could be fighting a bat and losing a battle. I could be losing a fight, and somebody say, "Yo, Peter, you know he's a rat, right?" And something will come into my body from God, and I would turn that fight around. So rat, I invite them anytime they want to see me one on one. We ain't got to get nobody gun for gun, however how you want to do it, and we just go see each other, see who's the better man. And I guarantee you, they don't show up. They throw up. But see, the whole thing with these guys, man, they winning because the society accepts them. You know, so it puts in people's minds that didn't tell, like, damn, I ain't telling. They treating me like I told. You know, so that's just how it is. It's just that they deal with them different. They come home, they get money, they get everything, they get movie deals, cars, everything. I didn't get none of that. You know, I'm still waiting for my care package. I didn't get none of that. Yeah. All I got was like, glad he's home, welcome home. And these are dudes in power that could have did something for me. The only one that makes sure I'm all right is Charles Oakley from the Knicks. You know, he always makes sure I'm all right. You know, he made sure I was all right when I was in jail. Shout out to Charles Oakley, like I always do. He always made sure if I needed something, he'd take care of me. And he did grow up with me. He just hung out with me when he was playing for the Knicks. We just hung out and had a ball. Same thing like when I met George Conti and Joe Watson on it. We hung out like we, you know, in a short period of time, but we had fun. Like we knew each other all our lives. But Charles Oakley used to take care of me. When I came home, he you know, I said, I'm home. He said, all right, go to the car wash. I got money for you waiting at the car wash. When my mother died in 2017, he flew up and gave me money for that. When not too long ago, when I was doing bad, he left money for me at the car wash again. He's just the real guy, one of the realest guys I ever met. I wish I had him with me all my life. Not because he looks out, because I looked out too. So he recognizes that when we used to go to places, I used to make sure we was all right. We drank, get drunk, and have fun. But he just was never. He's never corny when it comes to loyalty as a friend. And you know, if you could get guys like Oakley and the Joe Watson and George Contis and all them guys in your corner, and you're just hanging out, just having family get-togethers, you have the strongest mom out there. Not because of their past, but because of their loyalty and their friendship. So
I'm sure that you're a good friend as well.
Well, I'm loyal to everybody. Nobody can say I ever crossed them. They could never say that. You know, I never will cross nobody because my name means everything to me. So even if things don't go right, like before, I did all the time. I didn't let nobody come in jail with me. I protected everybody. So that's how I am. I go to jail. You know, I mean, I'm not saying I like jail, but I adjust to jail. So if I have to go to jail, like Joe Watson, you know, and he'll tell me, that becomes your livelihood for right now. And then the guys in there become my family. You know, we joke, have fun, play cards, play chess, or whatever we do. You know, and a lot of the Italians play pinochle. I used to play pinochle. That's how I got cool with a lot of them. We used to play pinochle. That's the best card game to me. And
really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And they taught me how to play real good. And then, you know, they're the ones that taught me how to play that. But when you gamble with it, because people was gambling with the pinochle games, and that's money too. But you know, they play poker, they play all type of stuff that I didn't really get into. But pinochle I love, and chess. So
very good. That's good.
Yeah, but
let me ask you: are you friends with Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I was. We was cool, very cool. I haven't heard from him, but we was very cool. I always showed him love. He always showed me love. I took him to my mother's house in the South Bronx one night, and she almost had a heart attack. She was sleeping. I woke up and brought Mike in the room. She started screaming. She you know, but she was happy to see him. You know, Mike's another good guy.
He's another good guy, right?
Of course he is. He's a good guy. They set him up, put him in jail. Listen, man, you know, Mike didn't do nothing that any ordinary person would do. you know. So all that stuff that people, them Uncle Toms or racist people talk about him, great guy, you know. If a girl comes to my hotel room at 3 o'clock, we ain't playing spades. So you tell me what we supposed to do at 3 o'clock in the morning. What the hell you coming to my hotel room at that time of night?
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
I know. Let me
So
ask you this. Would you say that there's more rats on the compound than solid guys?
of course they are. We outnumbered now.
Oh,
There's
really?
more rats in society than solid guys. And see, if they're not rats, what they are is rat lovers. So that's just as bad. You
Rat
know?
lovers are just as bad as rats.
Yeah, I hate them just as
Agree.
much.
I
Because,
agree.
you know, they phonies. We talk about that all the time, me and the real guys. They phonies. You know, what they do is, you know, they'll talk to you and you're a rat because you're from the neighborhood. But then they won't talk to another guy and he's a rat because he's not from the neighborhood. They pick and choose. It's just crazy, man. I don't know what to say behind that, Jerry, but you know, it's just that it is what it is. Realness of life, it is what it is. And you know, I mean, New York is terrible too. Let me tell you about New York. New York, when they go to jail, and I'm not talking, well, I don't know how the Italians do that, where they say I'm a gangster from Staten Island and he's from Long Island, so we don't really mess with him. I don't know if they do that. But I know the blacks and the Puerto Ricans, what they do, if a dude's from New York, but they from another borough, they still not really messing with them. Unless, you know, unless they cool with them, they knew them. Because I used to tell them dudes, man, instead of them, when they say where you from, you're not supposed to say your borough first. You're supposed to say you from New York, because New York was the strongest city at one time. I don't believe we are now, but I believe we was. And when you, we are not the strongest because of that shit they do now. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Oh, I'm from the Bronx. Oh, I'm from Harlem. No, you from New York.
Oh, I see.
See,
Okay.
and that's what they not recognizing. Other cities don't do that. You will never see nobody's doing that from DC, Detroit, California, Boston. I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston. I don't care what side I'm from, but I'm from Boston. But you know, let all them guys go to the West Coast. They all from the East Coast, and we all together. But when they on the East Coast side, they act like, you know, I don't understand it. I just be laughing at them because the joke's on them. Because if I have to say I'm from Brooklyn and that's it, that means my circumference is just a little.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm from New York. I'm all over the place. And New York
Yes.
is, man. When Frank Sinatra used to sing that song, New York.
Yeah.
Great song. Makes you want to stand up and clap for New York. Then Jay-Z did it over. And look at that. Great song.
Yeah.
But these guys don't acknowledge that they from New York. They acknowledge that they from the boroughs. And that is so funny to me because I can't believe these guys do that. And I got friends in every borough. So, you know, it means nothing to me, but it's just even everybody from the other boroughs that's real dudes say that. I don't know why they do that. Nobody knows why, but they do it.
My father always said that the greatest city in the world is New York.
It is. It is. If you've been everywhere,
nowhere better than New York.
Nothing's like New York.
Yeah.
And what does Frank Sinatra say? If you can make it here, you make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And that was the truth. I could go to any other city and feeling real big. But New York, we just all look the same. But if you go to another city, they know you're from New York. They can tell. Yeah. They don't say, oh, he's from Brooklyn. They say he's from New York. You know? That's what it's about.
So what makes you want to move to Florida?
Because I don't like New York no more. New York is trash. The people, whoever the OGs are that's teaching these young brothers is teaching them wrong. And some of them, they're not being listened to because these young kids ain't no good kids. You try to son them. These young dudes peel your wig back. These young dudes is setting their ways and tough. You ain't gonna just tell them what to do. You can ask them to think about it, but you ain't gonna tell them they can't do something. And that's how they're being treated wrongfully. And they going around doing their own thing. And there's no filter on what they say and do. So how you gonna control them? They out here just tearing people's heads off for no reason where they don't have to do that. And then when they do get caught and never coming home, that's when they're gonna feel it. That's when they're gonna feel like, damn, I could really get out of that. And most of these things they get into is over goods. And wake somebody up. You get into it over a good, either you die or you go to jail. And guess what? That lady's gonna be with the next guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just how it is. So, it's reality's reality. New York is like a Cinderella world to me now. So I want to go where I could lay back, relax, chill with the family. Don't have to think about, having to come out of retirement, because if I come out of retirement, it's going to be, kill or be killed. And I don't want to go through that.
Right.
For real. But, you got some guys out here that run their mouth and they not built like that. And what I don't understand is how the people with you don't see you ain't built like that. I got stories on a lot of them dudes is faking out there. But I keep them to myself, because if I tell somebody this dude's no good, they ain't gonna believe it. Or if they believe it, they still gonna mess with him. So why do it? I mean, it's a waste of my time, my energy. So I let the people believe in what they want to believe in. But again, you should check the people that's around you if you're gonna be around them every day. And they should be tested just like you tested. And them documentaries that you watch them documentaries, cool. But see if that dude is a real dude, or he's just giving you part of the story. Because you got documentaries that guys are going to come out and he's going to act like he was a real dude. And you're like, oh, I want to be like him. But he don't tell you the part after he got busted, what he started doing when he got the mics on him. I was in jail with this dude. He used to call himself Two Guns. I used to call him Two Mics. Because the nigga was a vet, and people was idolizing this dude, but they was calling him Two Guns. I mean, that was his name. He was busting his gun, and he might have been that guy back before he went to jail. But when he went to jail, and the time he got for what he got caught with at that time, I knew something was wrong with him. But then we found out later, So I was calling him Two Mics, and because he was telling like crazy. But it's just, you got to know who's around you. And then I found out later on a lot of dudes I thought was cool was telling. So I leave, I just don't have no time for that. I'm not going to get into it, harassing them or putting their names out no more. You know why? Because it doesn't make a difference. Nobody cares. So what I do, I just stay away from them, point blank.
Yeah.
So
my friend is asking me, did you know Supreme?
Yeah, of course I did. Yep. He's in jail now. He's trying to come home. They did the documentary on him on the Supreme team. I know the whole Supreme team.
Oh, I don't know the whole story. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of them good guys. But it's just that, Supreme shouldn't have went back to jail. Supreme got caught up in life. He just had to realize, because his name, he's well known, he's looked up to, but you can't go backwards. You can't go out there and hang out and be that dude no more. When you get older, you have to, and I know he'll admit this right now. He'll say, because you have to get stability in your life to where you just run things from the background instead of being out there like that. You could conduct business from the background and stuff, and that, I think that's what if my advice would have been to him, that's what I would have told him. But we spoke a couple of times, but I was in jail most of the time when he was doing his thing out here at the last time he went to jail. So I wish all of them the best, whoever got trapped up with that. But again, Rats put you in there. Rats is one to tell on you. So I took, there's a few people that I talk to that's still close to me that's a part of our tree that we created. And they holler at Preem, they holler at Suge Knight, they holler at a few dudes that's locked up in, you know.
So now, did you know that you were a club owner, right?
Club producer. I was club producer. I was getting ready to get a club, but at the time I was just throwing parties at every place because everybody wanted me to throw a party at their place.
Oh, so you were a club producer. Okay.
Yeah. And I threw the best parties you could have in New York. And everybody that went to them would attest to that. But, then you got the haters out here that's jealous would say, no, it wasn't. But believe me, everybody that's real would tell you, yeah, I had the best parties out. And, the guy that's got the best parties now, he learned from me. So he's out here throwing parties, and they're the best parties out here right now. And he's probably not even recognized as the best party thrower, but he is from what I've seen. But, if I had to go to jail, I was going to take over that music and the movie stuff. The same ideas some of my friends had, but see, their ideas is a little different than mine because I'm a businessman first.
Right.
I'm not with that bully stuff, even though we can do it, but I'm not with that. I'm with business, respect, loyalty, and being a gentleman all the time. So if I could conduct business, I'm coming to you the right way. You ain't got to worry about me cutting your horse's head off and putting it in the bed. But see, they watch the Godfathers and all the, the Scarfaces and all these movies, and they get these ideas that you can do that. You probably could have did it back then. You can't do it now.
Right.
These dudes would lock you up in a minute. There's a show now that I'm watching that's very good called Tulsa King. I don't know if you got to watch it.
Oh, are you watching that? Yeah. Told me about
yeah, I'm watching that too. That's good.
I love it. Good show.
Oh, you do? You love it? Okay.
Yeah. Good. They up to season 6. I mean, episode 6. Like, it ain't come out yet, but I watch it all the time. And another movie, if you want to watch a TV series, if you really want to watch a good TV series, watch Gangs of London.
Really?
Fantastic. Gangs of London. Watch that. It's season 2 now, but they tearing shit up in there. And stars are dying. You know how some of the movies, the star lives to the end? Nah, not in this joint. Everybody can get it. So that's why I like it so much. It's like a mafia movie, but it's the London mob.
Yeah, so, we have a friend, a dear friend, who's from London, Miss Josie.
Mm-hmm.
We have Miss Josie. She's from London.
I have a friend out there too. He tells me it's nice out there. Come out there, but I gotta wait till I get off this probation stuff, and then I'll be able to.
Yeah.
But yeah, he those 2 shows right now, the top shows out there. That's just seen. I'm talking about TV series, the best ones I've seen recently.
I wonder if Josie's watching the Gangs of London. I think
she has to. She has to be.
Yeah, she was in the chat. I wonder if she was in the chat. I wonder if she's if she is still here, because she's from London, so I'm sure she is still here.
Everybody in London's watching that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that joint off the hook. And my partner, I almost said co-defendant, but we never went to jail together. But my partner, shout out to Big D, he put me on to that. The Big D is my partner. Big D, he's fantastic too. I mean, if you knew him, he's like 6'5", was probably like 260, 270 at one time, and intimidating presence, but such a humble guy. I mean, if you get on his bad side, it's not a good look, but he's such a good guy, and he shows me all these little techniques that I missed when I was home. So I learned a lot from him now. He shows me what to watch, what to get into. Real good dude.
So how was it when you get out after 22 years and you come home to this?
It's like coming
back to society.
It's like coming from outer space. Everything's new. Things you saw before in life, they're not there no more. You might oh shoot, like my old neighborhood, Hunts Point. We didn't have when I left the streets, there was a Blimpies, McDonald's. What else was over
Oh,
there?
wow. Remember Blimpies?
Yeah, but now
I
they have
used to love Blimpies.
now they had a Popeyes, a Wendy's, everything's over there. I was like, oh my god, you know. It's
Yeah.
just that it's the way the world is technology. Everything places that had lots, they got buildings there now, and it's just a fantastic look to see things like that you ain't seen in a while. Then the food, you get to eat a good meal. That's what I wanted when I first came home. I went straight to City Island.
Oh, I was
You know?
really. That's where you went, City Island. I used to go there with my dad all the time. He used to
Yeah,
take me there all the time, City Island.
my favorite place.
Yeah. So do you still go there?
Yes, I
Oh,
still
very
like it.
good.
I
Yeah.
still like their food. Lobster House is the best place on that island.
Oh, is it? Okay, good.
Yeah, you ever go?
I haven't been
Lobster
there
House.
since I think since before. Did I go there? I might have went there after my dad went away, but
Yeah,
I always went there with my dad.
my
He
guy,
lived there,
my
yeah.
guy, Italian guy Jojo owns it, and that's the best. That's the best restaurant in City Island. You know,
Good.
for what I see, the food and everything. When we was young, we all used to go to what's the one that begin with an S? I can't think of it right now, but we used to go to that spot, but it's not
Somebody
the same.
says
Sammy's. We used to go to Sammy's.
Sammy's. Yeah, somebody in the chat just said Sammy's Fish Box City.
Yeah, that ain't the same. That ain't the same.
It's not the same anymore.
No, not compared to Lobster House. Go to
Oh,
Lobster House. Go to Lobster House and tell JoJo Peter Shue told you to come there
yeah.
and check out the food there. The food is better. Their salads, their appetizers, everything's better.
Really?
You eat their salads and their muffins and everything they make, you'd be too full to eat your meal. So it's different, but it's better.
Is it expensive there?
Not normal.
No. Oh, it's normal. Really?
I mean, it depends on what you want to eat. Now, if you go in there and you want to get the biggest lobster and the king crab legs and stuff, you're gonna pay a few $100s.
Yeah, I know.
But the food is just good. It's worth it.
So now you wrote a book.
Yeah, Life of the Party.
So the book is called Life of the Party, and that goes into your whole life story.
Yeah, some of the things we left out, but now we're gonna put them in the documentary and when we do the movie. I sent you the trailer.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, could we show the trailer right now?
Of course you can.
Oh, let me show it to everyone. Let me show everybody the trailer. So, Molly, I need you to mute. Yeah. Okay, so let me just get this. Hold on. And let's show everybody this because I really liked it. Hold on.
And that was done by Freddie Rodriguez, and he did that took him like a week and a half. But now we're working on the whole documentary with all the invites, the people who are going to interview all the celebrities, all the ball players and stuff, because I knew everybody. So the reason why my joint is better than everybody's documentary because it's crossover. I was hanging out with the celebrities, so it got to a point I didn't know if I was a drug dealer or a celebrity.
Right.
So
and Josie says that yes, she watches it, but it's very violent. That Gangs of
it is. It's
London.
violent.
Yeah.
It's very violent, but it's real. What do you want? Yeah. You ain't gotta ask me. So my son is here.
Oh, nice. So how many children do you have?
I have 2 boys and 1 girl. The girl's the oldest, and the 2 boys is the same age.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah. Shout out to all 3 of them.
Yes.
They all a pain in my ass, but shout out to them. Peter, there's tomatoes on there. You want to cut up tomatoes for them? Yeah.
All right. Let me get this your trailer. Everybody watch this. I loved it.
Oh, I thought they watched it while you was talking to me.
No, I'm gonna play it right now.
Okay, play it for them.
Okay. Let me see. Where is it? Here it is. Can everybody see it? Marla, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, here we go.
My name is Peter Shue. That's right, Shue. Big Shue. Peter Gunn. Bastard. Motherfucker. I was called a lot of names. I'm Blackanese. My pop was Chinese, my mom was black. You know how hard it was growing up in the hood when you're Chinese and black in New York in 1980s? Black and Chinese. Chinese, I was only one. Blacks and Spanish was all over the place. But a Chinese dude growing up, it was rough. But I didn't give a shit. Nobody was going to stop me from getting what I wanted. You get in the way, you history. I'm getting my respect. I'm getting the women. I'm getting the money. And you better stay the fuck out the way. To the outside world, I was the most successful club promoter in Manhattan. But behind closed doors, I was one of the biggest drug dealers in New York City. What? Yeah, I fucked that bitch Madonna. I can't believe she set me up. All because she wanted to be with me. This shit's crazy, but we'll get to that part of the story later. I chill with some of the most famous people in the city. Boxers, rappers, singers, ballers from the Knicks, players from the Yankees, players from the Giants. I've been everywhere. We was the first one on fucking private jets. People wasn't even thinking about private jets until we came about. If you were anybody in this city, we knew who you was, and you knew us. But you know better than fuck with us. I was a ghetto superstar. I had it all. Nobody could fuck with me. Well, eventually, it all came crashing down. My name is Peter Shue. This is my story.
I think that's great.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, I got a shout out to Freddie Rodriguez and Nigel Simmons who put that together, and Alan. All three of them worked hard on that to put that together, and then now I'm just waiting for the finances so we can finish off the documentary. You know, also I write movies too, so I have other stuff to hit the public with that's never been seen.
Yeah.
Reality. I mean, more of like a new stuff, nothing that's repetition. You want it ain't gonna be like Spider-Man 7 and you know, them type of movies they keep coming up with and keep going over and doing them all over again. So that's why I try to write, you know, unique stuff that's crossover, no urban.
Yeah. So now you were friends with her, and or whatever you were with her, and you feel that she set you up.
No, I don't feel it. She did set me up.
Oh, she did set you up.
Arlene Brittman testified in court that she set me up.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Arlene Brittman testified. They said, who put you to go after Peter Shue? And she said, Madonna.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
And did she deny it?
No. She can't deny nothing public information like that. It's in the paperwork.
Oh, my God.
Has she ever addressed it, even to you?
Nope.
I'll be damned.
She don't have to because she's part of that secret society. So nobody gonna do nothing to her.
Wasn't she friends with the other rat, Chris Paciello or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was friends with him.
Yeah.
Even after she knew he was a rat.
I don't know what happened after, but I know she was friends with him at one time. See, I never speak on stuff I don't know about. But if I know, I know. Because I saw it with my eyes. Or one of my people told me that their word is as good as mine. That they saw, you know?
Yeah, wow. And now you have a cousin, you said, who was with my brother in prison, and they're
No,
still.
no. I have a close friend that's was with
Oh,
your
a friend. Okay, a
His
friend.
name is Ski. We call him Big Ski. Good dude, another good dude, stand up guy. He was with me in Outward Penitentiary too. But he keeps in touch with your brother, and they go out together sometimes and take pictures because he posts the pictures. So all you gotta do is ask your brother about Big Ski and tell him, yeah. I think Ski had on something of his clothing line, of Gotti's clothing line. He had an outfit on that your brother had. They both had on the same outfit, something like that.
Oh, really? Him and Ski?
Yeah, picture that Ski posted. So, yeah, I never got to do time with your brother, but you know, I always heard where he was at and stuff like that.
So they're still friends. Him and
Yeah, they just took a picture not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
When you told me the name, I knew the name. I recognized the name because I heard it from my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So wow, that's so cool. So they were in Raybrook together, right?
Probably so. And another one of my friends was with your brother's celly, Mikey Barrett. But Mike is a reverend in California now, so he knows your brother too. So you get around, you meet people you wouldn't think you would meet. So that's just how it is when you're in jail.
So now what happened when you did your first two trials and then you got convicted on the third and then you got sent to in New York? You went to prison in New York, or they shipped you out to another state?
Now the first jail I went to was Alpo Penitentiary. That's in Pennsylvania. That was the first jail I left when I left MDC Brooklyn.
Which one?
Alpo Penitentiary.
Oh, so you went to Allenwood. Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's where the guy was. Remember the guy called in? He was giving you the name of the Pizza Connect guy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's where we was in Allenwood Penitentiary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying, my other friend said something. Oh, okay. So my friend said that Supreme is with Vinny Bassiano in prison.
Fat Vinny?
No, he's not fat. No, he's far from fat.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Big Vinny with the smoked cigars. See, he's with Vanilla Vinny now. Yeah, Preem is in the federal system. So he's with probably a lot of guys that your people know.
Was there a reason why they gave you that many years for this? I mean, that seems like a lot of time for were you a first-time offender? I mean, did you get in trouble?
That's what they give out. That's what they give out for drug cases back in the day. He's getting a lot of time, especially if you got caught with crack. That was even more so.
Oh, okay.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah, drug cases. Now you escape all that. But before you used to get crazy time. So.
So did they have those classes that you could take and knock off your sentence and all that, or
the drug program? Now they got a lot of programs, but the drug program, I think you could get a year off. I didn't take nothing though. I'm not, because when you get in that drug program, a lot of times you had to tell on each other and all that type of stuff. I'm not doing that.
Oh.
Like you can't curse, you do it. Little things they had, you get sanctioned for. And I'm not telling on no other man. So I did join none of that. So you didn't want none of this advice? No. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all see my son real quick when we get off. This is my son. This is the one they say look like me.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you? How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Nice. I'm very good. Thank you. Are you the one that we were emailing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
Likewise, nice to meet you guys.
Nice
Ah,
to meet you. That
what a
is
nice
your
boy
twin.
you raised.
He's very smart. He's very sharp with
See,
business, accounting, and all that. You
you
know.
raised nice kids.
Yeah. That's what y'all think. I got another story. He looking at me like, yeah. See, they might, they don't know you like I know you. Yeah. But he's good. They all good. My daughter, my other son. You know, I love all of them. But you know, hopefully we'll have a good life in the future.
Yeah.
So
So what are you up to now? Like, what are you doing now?
it's trying to get this movie stuff right, and then when we get the money that I want to get to invest in some of the business ventures that he knows of, you know, so because he does his homework on a lot of investments, so
Okay.
I'm gonna test him to see what he can do, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
But my family definitely gonna be involved with whatever I do, and Big D, my partner, I gotta do stuff with him because that's his godfather actually too, but he's also one of my close friends and my partner from back in the day. My other partner should be coming home soon. You know, D Nice. Shout out to D Nice. Kool-Aid. Shout
Were
out to
you?
Kool-Aid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Were you? Yes. Shout out to them. But were you the only person, or you had co-defendants too that were convicted?
No, I make sure nobody went to jail with me.
Oh, okay. So it was just you, and she
Yeah.
set you up. This woman set you up.
Yeah. I never let nobody go to jail with me because I know people can't handle jail time like I can. And they had caught somebody in the car with me when I went, but I said he didn't know nothing and got him off the case. See, people don't realize how great of a guy I am when it comes to stuff like that. I always knocks everybody off first. Even on this case I caught just now, and there was a girl in my house, and I did a video, and I said, "Nah, everything you found was mine. I get high." You know, I lied and told them I get high and everything, just so they don't lock the girl up, and they still locked her up anyway. And she hates me for it, but you know, she came home, and she lost her job because of me. Because I get, you know, the thing, but I kept telling them she had nothing to do with it. Everything's mine. It was only 18 grams they found. So I said everything was mine, but because it's me, who I am, they kept the case going on and on. So she had to wait a year and got the case thrown out on her. But you know, in the beginning, when I didn't know what happened with anybody,
Right.
I just said, I'm the only one. Nobody's involved with me. I did this, I did that. I always take the weight because I know me. I know I'm not going to tell nobody. I don't. I'm able to do time. God bless me with that, with the strength to do time.
Right.
You know, and this was only going to be for the most a year or so. So I didn't, you know, I didn't care about none of that. I cared about trying to get the female from getting in trouble. So
Was
that's
she
what
in
that.
the same? Was she in the same house as you, or something?
Yeah, she was in my bed with me. We were
That's what
asleep.
happened with my nephew and my niece. I mean, she had nothing to do with anything, but they had to torture her just
Yeah.
because she slept in the same bed as him.
And she didn't know nothing. She only been in my
Right.
house twice. But you
Exactly.
know, but she's a wonderful person and she's strong. She held her ground. She, you know, but you know, she did deserve that. And, you know, she barely talks to me now because of that. But I mean, what can I do? I tried my best. I told everybody it was mine. Nothing she had nothing to do with. Nobody had nothing to do with nothing. They still and it wasn't mine. It was the other guy's thing. And I took the weight for him, you know, but I couldn't tell on him. But that just shows you what type of guy I am. Just like the first case when I got the 20-something years. One of the guys that was in my car, one of my lieutenants, I said, nah, he didn't know nothing. He just along with me for the ride. So they end up dismissing the case on him and hit me with everything. But I always been like that, you know. I never let nobody take the weight because I know a lot of them, you know, you find out who can handle stuff when they get under the light.
Exactly.
I only know myself. I don't know nobody else. I know I'm going to be able to take whatever they give me. You know, sometimes it hurts, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
In
And
hindsight, when you think about your case that you just came off of the 20 years, in hindsight, is there anything that you would have done differently?
yeah, not sell no drugs.
Oh.
Hey, listen, there's no time in the world, no money in the world can take that away. You know, there's no money in the world that could take that time you did away.
I mean, was it a big amount of drugs or no? This is just from years ago when they used to. I mean, they hit people.
Well, they was watching me, but that day when they caught me, there was no drugs. It was called a reverse thing because I'm buying drugs from the government agents. There's no way you could do that. So it's like entrapment.
Yeah, right.
And that's why I had the 200 juries, but they did something weird, and that's how I blew the third trial. And believe me, they had a new judge and a new prosecutor, and then the things just went sour. And the police was in the courthouse a lot that trial, so I believe they was talking to the jurors, you know. So it's crazy. And you want to hear something funny? My first two trials, I had more white people than black people, right? And I got 2 hung juries. The third trial, I had more black people than white people, and I blew trial.
Okay, want to know something funny? Every trial that my brother had, with the exception of one person, all the black people voted to acquit him.
They didn't do that with me. The whites acquitted me. The blacks. There's one Spanish.
Isn't that weird how that went, huh?
One Spanish dude. This dude had the nerve to get up and say, "I can't be on this case." The judge said, "Why?" He said, "Because my brother's doing 10 years in jail, and I would be prejudiced towards the defendant, meaning he would help me out." I would have killed this dude. I was like, this dude got to be out of his mind, man. He's supposed to help me, you know. That joint is crazy. I just shook my head, man. I couldn't believe it.
Was that the third trial?
The third trial.
Oh my gosh.
Mind you, if I would have had another hung jury, they was going to just hit me with income tax evasion. That's it.
Oh wow.
Oh my! I don't see? I think that's so dirty how they do that. It's like if they can't get you on one thing, they just keep coming back and keep coming back. Why don't they just do it all at once?
You know the things they do, get away with what they do. You know, it's crazy. I just was in the store, right? I went to the store to pay my numbers, and these two police walk in there, and they just grab whatever they want. They didn't even have to pay. So if the Italians do that, that's extortion, huh? But if they do it, because they on the job. So, I mean, you tell me what's going on in this world. It's hilarious. It's hilarious what's going on, you know.
And I just want to tell everybody, you went to high school, you graduated high school, and you went to college too.
Yeah, I did it all.
Yeah, you did it all.
That's why I was able to do anything if I put my mind to it. That's why when I went to jail and someone taught me how to write movies, I ended up writing a book and a movie and start writing the movies because I pick up things very well. I guess that's where my kids get their smartness from. You're looking at me crazy.
So let me ask you a question. So now you have a high school education, a college education. What made you go, the direction that you went?
That was my question. I wanted to know, how'd you get into the whole, it was party promoting and then you was a celebrity party.
No. The party promoting came after I was a drug dealer.
Oh.
The whole thing, I was always chosen to be the leader. I don't know, for some reason, everybody, because I have a great aura when it comes to people, taking a cling to me, no matter, no nationality or nothing. So even when we was stick-up kids when we was young, and my cousin was the leader, because he was the oldest. But then when we started selling drugs, I became the leader because everybody wanted to deal with me. They didn't want to deal with nobody else because I was trustworthy. Even when I go down to Chinatown to buy my keys or have on, They trusted me. You know, Italians trusted me, Russians, everybody just trusts me because I don't have a single of griminess in me. If whatever I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do. You can't be a stick-up kid and a drug dealer. It don't work. You can't be a hitman and a drug dealer. It don't work. You can't. You got to stick to what you set your mind out to do. So I never. You can leave $1 million with me, and if a penny's missing, I'll be placing a penny. You know, because it's in my hands. So nobody never had to worry about their money. And that's where I'm different at. If I give you my word is my life. So my word is based on my name, and my name is based on my reputation. And I'm not gonna sell that out for nothing. So my kids had to grow up with my last name, or this one you just met got the same name as me. So I didn't want them to have to go through it where people come around you and say, yeah, your father's a rat or something like that, you know? I never would put that on my kids. Where these rats, they don't care.
They don't
They
care.
put that on their kids and their family, you know? Put their families out there to get, because something could happen to them. No, I never believed in that. That's why no matter how many of us get caught, I'm taking the weight, you know? And I just be hoping they take care of my family while I'm gone. But, you know, just like in Tulsa King, they didn't do that with him, you know? You watch that show, Tulsa King, they didn't do that for him. So.
Did they do it for you?
Somewhat.
Oh,
not like they're supposed to do. So, somewhat.
Oh, so they didn't do what they're supposed to do.
Not what I would have did for their family.
Okay.
Big difference. But, you know, like I said, everybody's a different individual. So everybody does things differently. Everybody got a different heart. Everybody got a different belief. But as I see it, if you go to jail and you my people, I have to take care of your family like they my family. Now, if you ain't taking care of your family, then okay, I can't expect you to take care of mine. But that's the way I was taught. So I'm on a different level when it comes to that, you know, a lot of things in life. And I speak my piece. I don't hold back nothing, because if you ask me the truth, don't expect a lie. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be a friend if I told you a lie. So if you make dinner and you say, Peter, how was it? And I say, it wasn't that great, then believe me, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
See, I feel the same exact way. My mother's like that. My mother too. My mother will tell you the truth.
Yeah. I don't like lying to nobody. It bothers me, you know. It bothers me because I feel I'm a grown man. I should not have to lie to nobody. I should be able to tell the truth every time I talk. So
exactly.
Well, that's just how it is. But you know, we lost a lot of good men. You know, through this whole war we in, the street wars, and I like to give them a shout out and salute. No matter what color of your skin, if you was a real guy, you stood up. You know, the Gottis. You know, I can't say a lot of names because a lot of names that passed away, they was no good. But, you know, my mind is just so clouded with what I'm trying to put together now. So my mind be all over the place now. But I hope the guys I mentioned, you know, Conti and all of them, they got this to see this and let them know that I really got love for them like they're my brothers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Georgie Conti is still alive?
Yes.
Okay.
From what I hear he's still alive. I think Georgie Chipolo's still alive. I think they had told me Carmine passed away. I don't know if it's true. Carmine Avellino, and that was his co-defendant, Georgie's. What's his name? You know, Joe Watts is still alive.
Yeah, that I know.
So,
but somebody's asking in the comments if ex-Peter, if he was close with Domenico?
Demencio.
Demencio, yeah, Demencio before he went away.
Demencio got
went away. Yeah.
Demencio got killed.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, if it's Demencio, that's I think what he's trying to say.
Yeah, Demencio. I'm sorry, I pronounced it the wrong way.
Yeah, I mentioned Demencio in my book. I love him. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. Him, Scooter. Oh, them guys is always, they had a reputation as being, a rough gangster, but they treat me like family. We have fun together. And I miss Demencio. I miss Scooter. Hopefully Scooter come home soon. Scooter's another good dude. He used to make me laugh.
How did Demencio die?
Alpo had him killed.
Oh, I was just going to ask you something about that. I wrote it down and I'm glad you reminded me. So Demencio was your friend and that guy Alpo had him killed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
what did you think of this whole thing with Alpo? He was a rat, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
And so he gets out, right? He's supposed to just go hide somewhere. He doesn't do that, and he gets killed. So what does everybody say about that?
I mean, I don't know the whole story behind how he got killed. I don't know if it was meant to be. It was meant to be. It was at an accident or was something that happened. But when Demencio got killed, I'm not going to go into elaborate on it, but it was a known fact that the people was trying to get him. Put it that way. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say myself. I'm not going to say nobody. But he got away, and they got away. He went to jail. So that's how that went down. But I believe I knew Alpo before he was a rat. So I never had no problem with him back then because he knew what time it was with us. And I'm not going to talk bad about the dead. I don't do that either. But my thing is, I believe he stopped caring if he lived in that, because why would you be out there that late at night knowing that, he had a lot of people don't like him. And, and it's Halloween. I think it was Halloween. And Halloween is when they come get you. Or was it Halloween or 4th of July? One of them days. But anyway, those are revenge days. So he knew that. So I don't understand. I think, I don't know if he had a death wish in that, but I believe that he knew his time was running out sooner or later. But wow. That's just, that's just my interpretation of it, because I really didn't know. I heard so many stories on it, and, I don't really search for things like that, because then if he would have lived, then I'm idolizing a rat. I don't really care what happens to a rat. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And if I did participate in something, I still wouldn't let nobody know it has something to do with me, but because that's not my style. But I don't really know what really happened. I heard two different stories on this, so I don't know if it's what was true. And then there's people saying that he's still alive. I don't believe that, but just like they said Tupac was still alive. I mean,
yeah, right.
When people die, everybody starts making up these stories. And, before Alpo became a rat, we ain't had no problem with him. He was cool with my man, Billy, but we had no problem with him. But the Demencio thing, yeah, that was a problem. And, it should have never happened. And then what bothered me is a dude from another city killed him, and they get points on New York when they do that. And I didn't like that part either. So that's just my opinion on it. But
yeah.
And I ain't got nothing against the brothers in DC, because I got a lot of friends out there too. I got people all over the place, So shout out to all of them too.
Yeah, there was a content creator on YouTube who practically threw a party when Alpo died, and now he's the biggest rat whisperer there is on this platform now. That's why I asked you. But
they probably don't say. They probably got their picks and stuff. And I don't like that. You know, if you're gonna expose the rest, expose all of them, not just the ones you want to expose. Don't protect none of them. If that's what you want to do. My thing is, it doesn't make any difference because nobody cares.
Yeah, right.
Nobody really cares. They you know, if it didn't happen to their family or to them, they don't care. They don't care about nothing like that.
Yeah.
So
Somebody's asking me also to ask you if you were talking about Tommy Karate Patera.
yeah, Tommy Karate. That's what I was
That's
talking
who
about.
you were talking about?
Yeah, Tommy Karate was with it.
Oh, so you were with him also?
That's Benny's co-defendant.
Oh,
Tommy Karate.
about him.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's funny. He was in the next unit. He was in the next unit next to me and Vinny. But Vinny is his co-defendant.
Who's Vinny? Anybody in the chat know? Who was his
Who's Tommy's co-defendant? That Vinny used to smoke the cigars all the time.
Oh, who is it? Oh, let's see who they're talking about. Hold on.
If they can remember Tommy Karate, they should remember him.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Let's see if they know who you're talking about.
Vinny was a great guy, man. I hope he's doing well. Good guy.
Okay, they're not answering me yet.
Yeah, he'll come up.
Did you meet Alpo when he was rich? When he was with Rich?
I knew Alpo for a long time. I know. You know, because my partner Big D knew him a lot for the longest, so that's how I met him. But Alpo, we knew Alpo since he was young. You know, so he really got money when he went out to DC. That's when he really started getting real money. You know, so New York is hard. It's hard that you can control your blocks to get money in New York. So
somebody else is asking, did you know the Preacher crew?
Of course I did. Preacher, Cuff.
Oh, is it Fat Vinny Giattino?
I think that might be him. That's his code. That's Tommy Karate's co-defendant. That's him.
Yeah, I never heard that name before.
Yeah, but yeah, we knew Preacher and all that. Preacher, Cuff, and my favorite was Jerry Wu. I hope he's home by now, coming home. Jerry Wu was a good friend of mine. His whole family's nice.
Vincent Giattano.
I forgot his last name. You know, that was in '96, so I forgot his last name. But I believe if he was in Allenwood Penn, and he was with what's his face, Tommy Karate, that's him.
Oh,
that's
wow!
him.
So you were friends with him too. So you got along with all of these guys.
No, Tommy Karate, him and Vinny wasn't getting along in the pen, so he wouldn't come around us like that. Once in a while, he'll talk to Vinny, but Vinny was staying away from him. And Vinny just loved to eat good food, and smoke cigars. That's what Vinny was about.
Really?
Yeah, good dude. Great guy. So that was it.
Wow, this is really nice. This was great. I really enjoyed this. And I don't even like talking, I don't even like any of this kind of stuff, but this was really good.
Yes. The movies and pictures and TV shows they make about jail is not really what it is, and they just fabricate a lot of things that go on in jail. They don't tell the truth what really happens in jail,
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask you this: when you were away, what was did you do any classes and all of that stuff? I know you said you did. Did you do the drug program, the boot?
No, I didn't do the drug program because the drug program you had to tell on each other, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, really?
If I catch you smoking, I got to tell the leader and all that. I'm not doing that. I did.
Oh, okay.
Only classes I took exercise classes, spinning classes, stomach classes, stepping classes,
So
total
you kept
fitness
yourself
classes.
busy. You kept yourself busy,
Yeah,
right?
that's how you stay out the way. And I played ball, so I used to love the game. So actually, I stopped playing in 2009 when they poisoned me. That was it. I
Oh,
didn't play anymore after that. But up to that, I was still playing. You know.
yeah.
So
Somebody in here wants to know if you know Machine Gun Johnny.
no, no, I never heard. I
Okay,
never.
I didn't know who they were talking about. I'm like, who
I
is
don't
that?
know who the hell Machine Gun got Johnny. That's funny. That's funny. But
Yeah, maybe they're just fooling around.
No,
So,
it's Johnny Ing. My bad.
I don't remember him.
no. So this is funny. So Karen is asking, they have spinning and step classes in jail and may stop by, she said.
Yeah, they have all that. You know, that spinning class was a hell of a class.
Was it really?
Yeah, you got to be in shape for that, and you gonna sweat crazy fat off of you, but it's good. I took a lot of them classes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
You have like handball and stuff like that?
Handball, baseball, football.
I loved handball.
I think some places have volleyball, but
Really?
yeah, it was the best two jails I've ever been in. Were probably three. Atlanta being one.
Atlanta?
Yeah, Otisville being two, and Fort Dix being three.
Oh, really?
Because Atlanta, you could get anything you want in there. Atlanta was like being on the street. That's because the police are so lazy, and it's 3 tiers, and it's mostly black staff. They walk around one time and they don't bother you the rest of the day. So we had 1,000 phones, cigarettes, weed, whatever you want to sell in there. It was just different in there.
And where did you smoke it?
In the unit, in your cells.
You could smoke pot in your cells?
Yeah, you just put an incense. You put they had incense you buy to take away the smell. Otisville was good because I ate real good in Otisville. I used to work in the kitchen, so I take anything I want to eat. So whatever the compound's eating, I'm eating different.
I was just going to ask you
it's the same food, but I cook it different. Say you having chicken for dinner, I'll take the chicken and make something else. You see what I'm saying? So I was able to do different meals. Fort Dix is just a hangout. That's just a hangout. When they used to have the 4 doors open in every building, man, you could do anything you want. they shut 2 of the doors down, but when they have 4 doors and then dudes was jumping out the windows, hanging out, it was crazy in Fort Dix.
Somebody else is asking, did you know Mecca and Pistol Pete?
Mecca Audio? Yes, I know him. Which Pistol Pete are they talking about?
I don't know. They just
I know both of them. The black Pistol Pete is the one that was with me growing up.
So
There's 2 Pistol Petes.
When you were in Atlanta and Otisville, did you know Nicky Scarfo?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
He's a little guy, right?
Once you give me the names, I remember them. Yeah. He's the older guy, right?
I think he was like from Atlantic City or Philadelphia.
What was his age?
He was old. I don't know. Probably my father's age.
Yeah, I think he was with me in what you call what's that jail? The one in Boston. I can't think of the jail. It's like a hospital jail. I think he was with me in that jail. What the hell is the name of the jail? The jail I came home from, Peter. What was the name?
Chicky would know the jail in Boston.
My mind, I can't even think of jail. I just had it. It just left. I just was getting ready to say it. But
DP, I did ask him.
never asked. Huh?
I asked you if you were close with Demencio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked him that already.
Yeah.
Was Calandra shining everyone's shoes?
Who's Calandra?
I don't know. Oh, you don't know him, huh?
No, who's that?
No, he's
Calandra?
Who?
Calandra?
Yeah, no, he you wouldn't have known him, I don't think, because he's a cooperator.
He probably wasn't with me.
DP. Yeah, he did know him. Yeah,
Who?
that's all right.
Who?
No, I'm asking the Calandra guy was a cooperator.
Well, I don't know. Fort Devens. That's where I was with schooling at. The guy you was talking about. Fort Devens. That's a hospital joint.
Oh, really? Okay.
I didn't like that spot. Somebody died every weekend. You go to your computer, they show the picture of them.
Wait a minute. So when you go to your computer, they show you who died in your prison?
Yeah. Like, say I might have seen Joe Schmo last week, and then he dies. It'll be on your email screen, and you'd be like, we saw to say Joe Schmo has passed away. We're having a thing at the chapel at the date and time. That's it. I mean, they don't bury him there, but you get to have a little memorial service, I guess. So I didn't like that spot.
Oh, wow. So you would have... Did anybody know that? I never knew that. So when somebody died in your prison, it was on your computer? When
the computers came out, yes. Well, I know Fort Devens did it. I don't know if every jail did it, but Fort Devens did it. So, and a lot of people was dying in there. So,
wow. So Fort Devens. So you were in there because of the poisoning, right?
Yeah, and they couldn't help me. I almost died one time at Fort Dix, so they had to take me out of there. So, the guys in the jail, shout out to my man Ice from the Boy George case. He made sure that they got me to a hospital that to take care of me, because they was just didn't care about my health. And he came there with like all the good brothers, and they came in the building, and they wasn't going to leave. They was going to start a riot. They wasn't going to leave until they took care of me. So that was big. I still speak to Ice today, and we're still buddies.
Really?
So, yeah. So a lot of guys that I went through, that I know that was real dudes in jail, I still hang out with them, or we talk to each other on the phone, or it don't make a difference what state they from. There's a lot of good guys that I did time with that didn't tell and deserve, shout outs, but I'll be on here all night giving them shout outs, because they all from all over, but they come see me, spend my birthday with me, do all type of stuff. So I just was at one Saturday for some of my friends, and that's real dudes, and we all was up there hanging out, but they wasn't with me. A lot of them wasn't with me in jail. Some of them was, but Maya Lansky and all them. Maya Lansky, he's got Maya Lansky's name, but he's a Spanish kid, but he's a good guy. And Tito Mafia, all them good dudes was there, and we had a good time. Favis,
So now, these are, what are they? They're here. I think this is him when he got older. So I'm going to show you this picture. But go ahead.
Who are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm going to show you, because
a picture of who?
Of Nicky Scarfo.
Yeah, but is he still alive?
No, he died.
I think he died.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He was sick. He was in a wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair. In a wheelchair in Fort Devens. I believe that's who you're talking about.
Wait, I'll show you. Hold on. Because they're saying that he died in Butler.
Oh, he could have went to Butler, but he was in Fort Devens at one time too. See, Butler and Fort Devens are medical places.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I believe he was with with us in
Maybe
Fort
you
Devens.
see. Hold on.
He had to be 90-something, 100 years old or something like that when he passed.
He was older, right?
Yeah, he was old. I remember I spoke to him a few times.
Let me just get the. Hold
He was in a
on.
wheelchair. They pushed him out to the yard, and he sit out there with us. And that's a crying shame. How you keep somebody in jail like that and they that sick?
I don't know. They did it to my father.
It's
They
crazy.
don't care. They don't care when you're
But they
really.
didn't even let your father in population, did he?
Nope.
Yeah, so it was
12
even worse
years.
for him.
Yeah, 12 years he was in solitary confinement.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They don't think so.
Well, you put them in there, they kill themselves. Point blank. I remember when I was in jail, a prosecutor got caught for doing something, and they wanted to get they was going to sentence him to 6 months. He hung himself.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So you tell me what they can take. They can dish it out, but they can't take it.
Yeah.
Point
So
blank.
a prosecutor, you said?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. They terrible. They laugh at you and everything, but let something happen to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Right?
see the real man come out of them. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Let me just see. Hold on. This is him. Okay, let me show you. This is him.
I gotta put my reading glasses on for them.
Yeah. Okay, let me get it up. Right here. You see him?
Yeah, I know.
That's him. Oh, that's him.
Yeah, I know. But that's an old picture. I think he was in a wheelchair when he came to Devens. Because I'm not sure. In Otisville, I don't think he was in the wheel. He was all right in a wheelchair. I mean, he was all right in Otisville, but I think when he got to Devens, he was in a wheelchair. Ask the guy if he was in Butler. Was he in a wheelchair when he was in Butler? Because I believe he was in a wheelchair with us.
Wow. I'm trying to see if anybody else has more questions. Yeah, well, he was talking about him. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. He says, Pete, one thing I will say, the worst time to be in the pen is Christmas time. I missed what? 3 away from kids? You missed
being away from his kids.
Yeah.
You mean he didn't like his Christmas bag? They used to give us a Christmas bag every year with all kind of candy and chips and everything to give you diabetes.
Did they really? Did they give you a Christmas bag?
They still do it.
Are you kidding? Really?
Nah, the funny shit is you got guys trading stuff in their bags. You have guys shooting dice for the stuff in their bags.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was hilarious. Dudes lose their bag the same day.
Are you kidding? Oh, they would gamble their bag?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so fun.
Shit, if you eat all that stuff, man, you liable to get diabetes. All that's I'm talking about every type of candy with sugar in it.
Wow.
That's what they give you. Every facility gives you out a Christmas bag.
I never knew that. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice of them, don't you think?
No, they're trying to kill you with that diabetes. You know?
So DB Cooper says Georgie Conti is in Vegas, Georgie Neck is in New Jersey, and Carmine Avellino is alive living on Long Island.
Oh, he is alive. So somebody told me different. They told me he was passed away. If he talks to any of them, tell him I send my love. You know, I was teaching Carmine Avellino chess at one time when we was locked up. Carmine is a beautiful guy, man. Real classy man. He didn't.
Really?
He didn't want to get involved in all the stuff that was going on with us in jail. Cause we used to have a ball. We used to just be going crazy, and Carmine be like, "You guys are different." And,
Really?
Yeah, but he was really, Italian. He's not getting involved in that. Him or Paulie, but Paulie was older anyway, so they stay in their bed talking, and we slept in the same aisle when I was on the 6th floor. Me, Carmine, Paulie. I don't know if you knew Charlie Tuna. Charlie Tuna slept with us.
I don't know why that name sounds familiar.
Charlie Tuna, I don't know if he's Georgie's co-defendant, but he used to be with Georgie all the time, Conti. And the guy with the red hair, it was another one with the red hair. I can't think of his name now. I think his name was Tommy. But he had red hair. We all was in the same unit, 6 South. 6 South was like the ghetto. We had fun in there. And then when I went downstairs with Joe Watson, it was more lean back. We just ate good. That was the difference with that and being on the 6th floor. We ate good. So yeah, Carmine. They told me Carmine had passed away. I'm glad he's alive.
Well, yeah.
Because I'd be asking about them guys. They say, "Yeah, I think Carmine passed away," and I said, "Damn, I didn't never hear that." So, but I was happy to hear Joe was home. I'm glad Conti came home. Oh, Conti's in Vegas. Oh my God.
I wonder what he's doing in Vegas.
Gambling. Knowing him, he's gambling. He's having fun, man. I'm glad. He is somebody. See, there's certain guys I wouldn't mind growing up with as kids. George Conley would be one of them.
Really?
Yeah, Joe Watts, your father.
Okay.
Dudes that was special, man. That everything meant to them of their names. And dudes don't care about their names no more.
Exactly. You're right. They don't.
I don't care if you do something to hurt yourself. If you getting high, whatever, and you hurting yourself, cool. That's your life. That's what you believe in. That's what God. You have to make that go see God and see if you was right or wrong. But when you putting people in jail and telling on everybody, nah, that's not cool.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a question for you, Angel. Can you ask him when he was in Fort Dix if he knew Vinny Portola? They called him Gigi.
Yeah, he was in there.
Gigi or Gigi?
I like to say he was in Unit 11. Vinny knew me. He was in. I think, like you say, he was in 11 on the west side. Ask him, was he on the west side in Unit 11? I believe he was in that unit. I could be wrong because it's been so long, but I know the name and I know the face now.
Yeah. What kind of poison they're asking? Browning automatic.
Myasthenia gravis is a disease that weakens your muscles and everything, and your breathing. So the 2 times I almost died, I had a respiratory condition where I couldn't breathe in and out. But I've been seeking this stuff, alternative medicine, and that's what's been keeping me, good.
Oh, alternative medicine?
Yeah. And since we're talking on that, I take ozone therapy. It's ozone. And you have to look it up on your computers. Ozone therapy, that's the best, that's real good to take. But
I think that my brother and I did that years ago.
Is the IV they put in you?
Yes. We used to do that, my brother John and I.
That's what helped me. That helped me bring me back. Now, if you want to clean your whole system out, the best thing to take is called EBOO. Look it up in
what is
Google.
it?
EBOO. EBOO. And that goes into your system and cleans your whole system out, so your organs become young again. So you could get that. Yeah, the best place to get that done is in Florida or California. Don't do it in New York because they buying cheap parts. to use, and I don't know if they're going to be good enough. So you go to California or Jacksonville. I'm gonna go to Jacksonville when I get mine done.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but
So,
it's like 16. It's like $750 a treatment. So you probably need like 4 treatments,
oh wow.
and you can't do them in 1 week. You got to do it every week. You get one.
Oh, once a week?
Yeah, you can't do it in the same week.
Oh, okay.
And
Now,
what they do, your blood comes out, they wash it and put it back in.
oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, similar to dialysis, but way better because
Really?
they're killing everything with the ozone. So look that up. Everybody that's not healthy,
Yeah.
you can get it out of you right away.
I wish that doctor, I'm gonna see if he's still in business, because I would love to go back. I used to go there, and my brother John did too. I think my brother Peter did as well.
Where's
And
he at?
this one was in Long Island. We used to
Yeah,
go.
he has a Long Island office in Manhattan. Is his name Dr. Robbins?
No. Bill, Dr. Bill.
Robbins is real good.
Yeah, and we would get we would switch it up. You get the infrared, the sauna,
Yeah,
the
the
sauna.
infrared. They got a Hocket machine now that does both ozone and infrared. You get in the machine for like a half an hour. It's like
Yeah,
it looks like a washing machine. Yeah, that's good for you too. The infrared is good.
yeah, and
So,
then also the foot bath, the one when you put your feet in. They
so why
take.
did you stop taking it?
Yeah, I have to go back. Believe me, I have to go back. I have to. I
Yeah,
want to see if he's still around.
I
My
still
brother
go.
John takes
I'll give
real.
you a number. I'll give you a number for a good guy.
Yeah,
But the whole thing is, I still go for like a maintenance. I used to have to go for 6 times a week, twice a week, day when I was sick, bad. But now I go like every 2 weeks. Yeah, it was expensive for one time.
yeah. It's very expensive to go to him. I'm trying to remember what I used to do. We used to do the
Costs way
IV.
more than that.
The
Yeah.
IV I did. I even did the acupuncture. I did the infrared sauna. The
Yeah.
IV was the best, I think.
Get the Ebu though. You get the Ebu, you won't need nothing else.
Really? Okay.
Trust me, I studied this. This is one of the things I studied when I was away. Ebu is the best thing to get. Takes cancer, anything out of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just tell him Peter Shue told you. So to look out for you. But that's the best place to go. That's the Ebu's in. Actually, I'm gonna go to the one in Jacksonville, but they got one in California too. So
Oh, you're gonna go to the one in California?
Jacksonville.
Oh, in Florida, yeah.
Yeah, so I could stay at my sister. My sister lived 2 hours away, so I stay with my sisters and go back every week and get 4 treatments. Then I'm good. Then you just got to do a maintenance every, 6 months or 8 months or just to make sure you ain't getting no new stuff by eating this stuff out here, whatever that's in here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know.
So
I wonder if you know a guy named Robert Rosso. He's on here called Convict Inc.
not by name.
You don't know him by name. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Were you cool with Rich Porter?
Well, they was younger than me, but I was more cool with his sister than them. But Rich was a good guy. Rich was a real good guy. They should have, the movie that they included him was trash because they had 2 rats in that movie. AZ and Alpo. They should have never did that movie. And then another good guy, they could do a movie on is Fritz that passed away. Another good guy. You got guys out there that they could do movies on, and they just don't do them. They rather do the movie on the snitches. So
On the snitch, exactly.
I don't understand. I don't know why they do it, but that's the way they live. And that's why, I don't even want to talk to a girl that idolizes a rat. I don't even got nothing to say to them either. So
Yeah. Did you know Larry Lawton?
not by name.
Larry Lawton? No. Lawton.
Where's he from?
I don't know. That's somebody asked. What about 50 Cent, Curtis?
Well, I know who 50 is. You know, we met before, but you know, he's, how can I say it? I don't think he has nothing against me personally, but he has things against certain people that was around me personally, and mainly, I guess, Supreme. So he wouldn't do nothing for me because of that reason. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But I know him. You know, I know Jay-Z. I know P. Diddy. I know all of them. So I know Nas. I know Jadakiss. Nas and Jadakiss is my favorite rappers. So I'll be happy when I run into them.
Oh, did you say that you knew did you tell me you knew Vic Arena?
Yeah. He was with me and Joe Watts. The son, not the father.
The son, right,
Yeah.
not the father.
Yeah. Yeah, good guy. Very good guy. he's humble too and laid back. He just used to watch us act crazy down there. You know. Because even though, you know, Joe is who he is, he still like to have fun. Joe was, you know, the life of the party. So Joe was like one of them guys. But Vic would just follow whatever everybody do. Whatever we with, he's with. That's how it was. Vic is just a smooth guy. You know. Shout out to him too. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah, I know the kids, and yeah, thank God they're all okay.
Tell them I send my regards too.
Yeah.
They all gonna be, when you tell them I asked about them, they're gonna be happy. Ask how I'm doing, because we always tight. You know, we always tight.
Which one? Which son? Because I think he's got 3 or 4 of them.
The one that had his name, Vic Arena.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he has the same name. Okay.
Yeah, he had the same name.
Okay.
I think he was the junior.
Okay.
I didn't get to meet the father. The father was older. You know, I met the son.
King Sheets.
Now we talking about 1996.
Yeah.
Yeah. 95, 96.
King Shades wants to know, do you have any Mike Tyson stories?
Great. Oh, bunch of stories. We had so much fun. I mean, Mike was so humble, you know, he wanted to take care of the world. He was so humble. We used to get drunk and hang out in this main club called Bentley's. We used to all be in, and we used to just have fun. You know, every weekend, Mike used to be with us. But
during or after his boxing?
When he was boxing.
Oh, okay.
Tell them the story about Jordan. Are you doing it?
Oh, my son wants you to tell you the story about Michael Jordan, because you know, Oakley used to hang out with me all the time too. So we was at a party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was there. Eddie Murphy, Guy. It was a bunch of people at this party. So we was over at the pool table. So something happened, and somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting. So everybody started ducking and running, right? But we was already near the pool table, so I just squatted down and put my gun out to see if I could see where that shit was coming from. But anyway, Michael Jordan jumped over the pool table. So when he jumped over the pool table, I know I was drinking a little bit, but it seemed like this nigga ain't never come down. He was like in the air. He was in the air forever. I kept looking at my watch. Like, yo, when this nigga gonna come down? So then when I seen, I talked to Oakley the next day. He said, yo, you all right? You go, so everybody scattered and everybody, you know, just left. So Oakley said, you all right? I said, yeah, man, but I got something to tell you. He said, what? What happened? I said, yo, Mike could really fly, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I never got to see Mike to tell him that, yo, this nigga jumped and he he stayed up in the air forever. And I know I was drinking, but I don't know. I just know that I kept looking up my clock. He still was up in the air. That was funny. That was one of my funniest experiences. But yeah, Mike was Jordan ain't want to come see me. Oakley couldn't get him to come see me. He said, "Nah, I ain't going to no jail." But that's how it was. But we had fun. We had fun.
That's really good. Is this true? Wait, Angel, is this true? Angel, P. Diddy's dad was a snitch. That's why he got killed?
Yes.
That's true?
Yes, that's what I heard too.
Oh, wow.
That's what I heard too.
Oh, wow. And then Chris Trock says, hey, my cousin used to sell Nissans for Michael Jordan's RPM Nissan. He would give all them guys ties for Christmas.
I don't know what Mike used to do. Mike got the money, he could do anything.
And then Top G says, great story, Peter. Respect, God bless, and good night, everyone.
Tell good night.
Yeah.
So look for the documentary and the movies and all that. It'll be on point.
Did he know Jay-Z, Boys, Jazz, and D-Haven?
No, I just knew Jay-Z, his man Wong. Who else was with him? Basically, him and Wong. So that's what I knew. But Jay-Z.
Did you know Charlie Wingate, also known as Max B?
Well, that's the brother. They went to jail after I came home. Did you see? I don't know. He went to jail for some crazy stuff, but I didn't know him. I know his I think I know his daughter's mother. But I didn't know him. But I know the name Max B. Yeah, I know the name. But they was younger than me. They are younger than me. They not was, but yeah. I heard he might be coming home soon.
Wow. Awesome interview. Thanks, Pete.
Not a problem. Anytime.
This really was. Max is still away. He'll be home by like 2030.
Well, they might let them out earlier because they letting everybody out of jail early now. So I know his case was a kind of rough case, but they let a lot of guys out there have murders and everything. So I don't understand, how they picking people to come out. So it's just different out here,
Yeah, they said Max won on appeal.
Yeah, he should be coming home soon.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good for his daughter so he can see his child.
Yeah, somebody said that he'll be getting out in 5 years.
It could be possible. I mean, it's not. Listen, they letting people out, and they're going to let more people out because I heard they dropping the guidelines again after January to 30 months. So people are going to be coming home soon because they got too many people in jail for stuff they shouldn't be in jail for. Drug cases they shouldn't be in jail for. They don't give the pedophiles at that type of time. They should give them the times, and the serial killers. They don't give nobody no time that even had to kill somebody because it either kill or be killed. If you're drug dealers and somebody's going to kill you and you kill them, you shouldn't get a life sentence. But if you a serial killer, you just going around killing people for no reason, yeah. Or you touching kids and playing around with kids and all that, yeah. Those people should get all the time. Those are the ones that's being harmed. Those are the ones that have and what they call that? Forever pain. Not the ones, not the drug dealers. The drug dealers didn't make the person get high. Go get high regardless if Joe Schmo's there or Richie Noma or whatever's going to sell drugs. They're going to get the drugs regardless if you can't take the drugs off the street. The reason the government locks everybody up because they can't make money off us when they selling drugs. If they could make money off you, they look at number spots back in the day. Dudes was going to jail. When they found out how they could make the numbers and they make the money, it's legal now. Dudes that were selling marijuana back in the day, going to jail. Now, it's legal now. Come on, man. You got to wake up and smell the coffee. What's really going on? You know?
So why don't they, since it's legal now, why don't they let the people out that have marijuana convictions?
I think they are. But even if they don't, you need to pay them back money every year they was in jail for that reason. Because you found a way to make it legal. So now, okay, let's get this money. If they can make money off cocaine and heroin legally, it wouldn't be a crime no more. It's, they do things to suit what their agenda is. So, and that's how it is. That's how the world is, But touching the little kid, playing with little kids and all that, having sex with little kids, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. And they supposed to be in jail. They supposed to cut their thing off and hang them, whatever they need to do, because that's disgusting that you do that to a little kid.
And yet they put them in protective custody, right? Don't they?
Yeah. They go, no, not no more.
Not anymore.
They put them in jail. They put them in jails all over the place. They don't care. They have no cut card no more.
But somebody was saying that that if in other words, you're the minority now compared to the child molesters.
Yes. You're the minority compared to everybody. Real guys that didn't tell are the minority compared to snitches, pedophiles, and whatever else you want to throw in there. The minorities is the real guys. They was telling me back in the day they had a unit in MCC, and when you come in, the dude would be like, "Yo, you hot? Are you a snitch?" You say, "Nah, I ain't no snitch." You say, "All right, well, get the fuck out of here. We don't want nobody on this unit. There ain't no snitch." So they do the opposite.
Wow.
Yeah, the world is crazy, man. I just live and watch, because what else can you do? I live and watch how we are being tricked, misguided.
Yeah.
Taking a vaccine that's killing people. They always up to no good, man. And people just follow them and believe in them because they the government. But the government would never do that. Yeah, so you gotta live and learn. You gotta know what they about.
Yeah. Exactly. Somebody wants to know, did Peter ever meet anyone who made him starstruck?
No, I never been a star follower. I've been happy to meet people that I ain't met in a while, but I never met. But my favorite, if I would all right, let me keep it real. If I would have met Ali, I would have probably been a little starstruck because Ali was my idol.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali meant everything to me. So, meeting him would have been, something special. But I don't think there's nobody else, unless, one day when I meet God, that I'd be starstruck.
See, that was good.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
But Muhammad Ali was special, and he did it his way, And I was blessed to get him to see him fight. So.
Oh, you did get to see him fight?
Yeah, I was around when Ali was fighting. Yeah, Ali was the greatest, man. If they didn't take them 3 years from the not wanting to go to war, he said, I ain't got no beef with the Viet Cong. Viet Cong ain't do nothing to me. He's right. He said, they treat me better than the people in the United States. If he wouldn't have went to war, I mean, he didn't get suspended. I don't know who would have beat him, man, because when he was knocking everybody out, he was in his best shape.
Oh, he was our favorite boxer at that time. Forget it. Nobody can. Oh, he was the best.
My father didn't like it because he talked too much shit, but I love him. Yeah, my father's like, he was happy when Joe Frazier beat him. You know, I cried. I was a kid. I cried.
Really?
Yeah, I cried. Ali was like my idol. I cried. I was like, I couldn't believe he lost.
I think we all didn't. Everybody love Ali. Seriously, think about it. I think we
Yeah.
all did.
Ali was like a.
You know who
Ali
my
was
favorite was too? I loved Sugar Ray Leonard.
fantastic fighter.
I loved him. Sugar Ray Leonard. Yep. Vinny Paziano. I mean,
Vinny Paziano.
yes, love him. Had him on here. He was on here.
Mike Tyson was my favorite too, but
Yeah,
you know,
we liked Mike Tyson too, of course. We
after
liked,
Ali, Mike Tyson was my favorite.
yeah.
You know, but you know, I couldn't. I used to tell Mike, you my number 2 boxer, because Ali was nobody's gonna have me. Liking them over Ali. You know, Ali was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Did you like Joe Frazier?
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. I think number 3 would have been like Tommy Hearns. I used to love Tommy Hearns, but he ain't got no strong chin. But when he hits you hard.
Yeah,
you know?
I can
I
imagine.
like Tommy Hearns.
Ex Peter, what does he think of Mark Breland?
One of my close friends. But
Oh,
you know,
really?
yeah, he didn't have strong legs too when he get hit. That's what his problem, because he won a whole bunch of Golden Gloves, but the fighters he fought, you know, he needed to get stronger legs. I think he went a little farther because he could fight. You know, shout out to Mark Breland. I ain't seen him in a while.
Really?
Yeah, they all used to hang out. We all used to be in the clubs. Rod Strickland, that used to play for the Knicks. Good guy, another good guy. You know. So.
Wait, this one, let's see. DP says in California state prisons, they have several large gangs that were created in protective custody. It's just as dangerous in PC as it is on the main line. What do you say to that?
I never was in PC, so I would never know.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, you try a trick question.
No, you're right.
No, I would never know. But I mean, main line, you just got to be respectful, and then you could go to, it's dudes that jump out there and jump the line and think they could get away with that, and somebody ain't gonna poke them. But if you're respectful, but I know it when I'm in jails. Everybody see me, they just get to know me. Know me already and like me. So when I come into jail, I'm treated real good. So
I'm sure you are.
And I'm, they give me love, I give them love, and we just hang out and talk shit. And I make their days, because when they're stressing, I don't let them feel down. I'll be like, nah, pick your head up, man. This is nothing. We're gonna do this. That's the way I was taught.
Yeah. Did you ever meet George Floyd?
No. George Floyd got killed. He wouldn't even been known until he got killed.
Floyd. What am I talking about? Where did George Floyd come from? Oh my God. I'm thinking of Mayweather, yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, I met Floyd Mayweather. Yeah.
That's where that came from. Yeah. Did you ever meet Mayweather?
Yes, I did. I got a picture of him.
How do you like him?
I mean, he seemed all right with me. They say he's kind of weird, but he seemed all right with me. I never had no problem with him.
My brother knows Mayweather.
Good champion.
Yeah, very.
He would have had it. He would have had his hands full though if he would have fought in the Sugar Ray Leonard era. They would have been tough fights. I don't know. I don't know if he would stayed undefeated, because you had Hearns, Leonard, Hagler,
all great boxers.
Evan Pryor.
Foreman.
No, Foreman was a heavyweight.
Oh, that's right, heavyweight. I'm sorry.
He was a welterweight. He would have been fighting all them dudes. Yeah. Them dudes was tough, man. He would have had a handful with them. Chavez, and
Chavez. That's right.
All of them was in there. It would have been a hell of a fight. But I don't know. Sugar Ray Leonard, him would have been a goodie. I'd like to see that. You know.
Oh my God, I used to stay home to watch when Sugar Ray was on.
Well, Sugar was nice.
He's my favorite.
He's nice. He's good. So, anything else, ladies? What else?
I think we tortured you long enough.
You didn't do. How many hours you went? What time was it?
2.5 hours we had you, Peter.
You ain't beat Flex up. Flex kidnapped me for 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. I saw that this afternoon.
He said, come on. He said, Shue, come on the show. It's only gonna be an hour. My son was with me. That shit was 3 hours. We was down there for 3 hours. I was like, dang. You know?
I watched that this afternoon. I saw you on there.
Yeah. My Italian friend Rico was there too. If you watched the whole thing, Rico was there.
Yes.
Rico's from Staten Island. That's a good dude too.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Ray Leonard beat Mayweather's father.
Yeah, he beat Roger Mayweather.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But that's a whole different thing. That ain't Floyd. So you can't say he would have ran through Floyd like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been a good fight. But
exactly.
How am I going to get to show this to my people? How can I post it?
You have it. I sent it to you, so you have it. You could just send that to anybody.
The link? Send any link to anybody?
The show, I sent that to you in a text message. So you can send that to anyone. I could even email it to your son if you want.
Yeah, do that to him. Send that to him too.
I'll email it to your son.
All right. So we could use that for future references.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'm going to send this right here to my friend that I told you about. And let's see what happens, okay?
All right, tell everybody send my love, and everybody we talked about, if you get to talk to them, tell them Peter sent his God.
Thank you.
And whenever you need me, just let me know.
Oh, you're the best, Peter. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Love y'all. God bless y'all.
Same
Have
here.
a good night. Thanks for coming on.
You. Thank you. Let me kick you out. I enjoyed that so much.
That was good. Yeah, that was really interesting.
You know, you get nervous because you don't know, like, what can I ask him? What can I not ask him? You know what he told me? You can ask me anything you want.
No, he was real straightforward.
Yeah.
And when he opens his mouth, he does not sound like he has anything else in him other than black.
What does that mean?
He just sounds black, like he's been black his whole life. Well, I guess he has in a way. He just sounds like.
What is that?
When you said half Chinese, like when I looked it up, I kept seeing half. He was like half Oriental and half black, and I'm thinking, wow, okay. But then when I heard him talk, I was just like, oh wow, he's like a brother.
Do you know what I forgot? This is what a dummy I am. I forgot that when I was asking him about Chinatown, I forgot he's half Chinese. So yeah, when he says that an area is not clean, he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Do you remember
down in that area?
Yes. You don't know, yeah. Peter knows my husband. That's how I got this. I got this interview. That's how.
Wow!
Yeah. So, and he had brought me Peter's book back. I don't know how many years ago, maybe 3, 4, something like that. And I read the book, but then I didn't put 2 and 2 together until the other day on what was it, Sunday? Remember when I told you about this? The interview and stuff. Then I was like, oh, it's him. So real nice man, isn't he? A real nice man.
I mean, you know what? He sounds so genuine. Like he's so genuine in every response that he gives you, and then the back and forth. He just comes off genuine. It's like, wow. like sometimes you just feel like, and not just that, like his personality. Sometimes you feel like you're the only one that has these beliefs and you're the only one that still believes a certain way, and then you get around people like that and you're just like, okay, I'm normal. It's everybody else. It's not me.
Exactly.
Like I'm normal.
You know, when I spoke to him on Sunday, I I'm saying like, all right, what did we ask him? Like, what are we gonna? And I said, all right, let's just watch. I watched some things on him, and then you said you were gonna read up on him and you were gonna ask him questions, and then he made me nervous because when I spoke to him earlier, he's like, no, you ask me whatever you want to ask me. Ask me. So I said, oh, I thought you were going to come on and just talk and tell us all about yourself. No. You asked me questions. So I got nervous, like, oh, man, what are we going to ask him? But I think that went great.
Yeah, because he answered most of my questions.
He answered every question.
Yeah, because that was the most interesting, because he graduated high school and college, and it's just like, how do you go from being a college graduate to wanting to, because,
to going to prison for 22 years.
Well,
exactly.
No, just to doing the party promoting thing. Like I wasn't able to see what he went to college for, but I knew that he had gone to school, and it was just like, so how did you get into this? But I guess that's like the whole promoter, like, because I don't, what is a party like? That was a question I should have asked. Like, what do you actually do? I mean, outside of sending invitations and whatnot, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. Do you?
Just what an idiot. Seriously. No, I'm just looking at something that somebody said. Did I seem nervous?
No.
I didn't think I was nervous. In the beginning, I was nervous before we got on. I was like, oh, what are we going to ask him? I didn't think he was going to be on this long. I figured, he would be on for an hour and that was it. I never thought he would stay on for 2.5 hours. No, he graduated college. I mean, graduated high school and then he went to college. I think he said he graduated college, not while he was away. He did it way before he ever went to prison. SPK.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that was the impression I got. So that's why I was just like, well, how did you get into this? Because I think but I had the same question somebody else had, and I was like, did he really sell Madonna's? I didn't want to be inappropriate. That wasn't the impression.
Yeah, I don't know.
Serious? Did she really do?
I wasn't even going to ask, but I think that's pretty crummy that she knew that was an informant, and she hooked them up together. I think that's horrible.
Yes, yeah.
I can't even look at her the same anymore.
No, I know she's that grimy.
Yeah, exactly. John and Benda, I don't know. Who are you talking about? And Cromel says, real talk, I like it. See, how do you know, Peter? Yeah, I told you already from my husband. Oh, nice. Little Chucky just found $1. It's a good night. Oh, she found $2. It's an even better night. Let's see. Yeah, I liked Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Oh, look at that. An old Bunker Frost.
Oh, really? I love when you clean out your pocketbooks and you find all surprises in there.
Yeah, I haven't used this one.
I know. Anything else? Let's see.
Check it.
Not you. I'm talking to Marla and the chat.
You got a question?
Oh, we've got $3. We're getting there tonight.
You got a question?
I'm looking.
Oh, chill.
I put it up on the screen for you.
Oh, I'm looking at the chat. Angel, do you think you could get John Jr.'s friend Manny on the show? He helped your father out in prison. Didn't he helped your father out in prison, didn't he, to get medical attention? See, here's the thing. I would call Manny in a heartbeat. Oh, we got another $1. But the thing with what is that?
It's daddy.
The thing with Manny is he's going to be in something that's with my brother John, so I don't want to like step on any toes because he's going to be doing something with my brother. But I think I'm going to ask, I'm going to see my brother and I'm going to talk to him about that because I would love Manny on here. And it's what happened with Manny was that when my father was really sick and he wasn't getting the treatment, they did a hunger strike. Manny and all the other inmates in Marion, well, on the the level where my dad was, they did a hunger strike until he got the medical attention. And
That's so nice.
yeah, they loved my father. And Manny was I don't want to say what he was the alleged head of. I'm not going to even say that. Yeah, because it's his former life anyway. And that's how I know about the whole Aryan Brotherhood thing being crap, because I know from Manny and from and the guy who is supposedly the government alleges is the head of it now. So, but I would love to. Let's see what happens. I'm going to speak to my brother John, and we'll see what's going on with him. King of Drum. Oh, wow. Look at that picture, Marla.
Only a face the mother could love.
Angel, I had dinner with Jeff Nadeau tonight. We had to request a booster seat. Aw. Did you get him a big bib, too? Thank you, Carol Quill. You didn't seem nervous at all. Enjoyed the interview. Thank you. See, I forgot what you stand corrected at. How's that? It was a whole 5 minutes ago, and now I can't remember.
Oh, about the schooling.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. As usual, time flies when things are going smooth. I thought it was good, Marla.
I thought it was really good. You know what? It was such a nice change of pace, and it was so drama free, and it was actually informative. Like he's had a very interesting life. Like he's gotten to see and do things that most people just are like, seriously?
Exactly.
I thought it was real interesting.
Me too. Look up Peter Shue on the internet. They have some videos of interviews with him. Yes, that's what he was talking about before. I watched that one today. It's 3 hours long. And it was pretty good. Really good, I have to say. That's how I was. But meanwhile, all the things that I learned, I didn't even have to ask him, because he just gave, he just talked and talked. It was great. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, you already said. Thank you, Cuban B. Thank you. Scorned, Washwoman, JC, cool guest, interesting story. Angel and Molly, you did great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Jordan, it says, it was really good. Pete could do a book, that's for sure. He already has a book out. And now he wants to get the documentary done. So somebody was going to be watching this tonight to let me know if they would be interested in it. So we'll see what happens.
Now that intro was really good, and I think
I really liked
so
that.
interesting.
I really liked that. Exactly. I liked it. And Let's see here. Great. Thank you, Assassinino. Thank you, Unique Mastiffs. Thank you, PD. Let's see what PD says. No way Mayweather survived that era of boxes. All hello, Angel, Marla, Pete. No way.
Hmm.
You think so? Get out of here. I think Mayweather's really good. You don't think so? I think he
Well,
would.
the only fight I've seen him fight and win was the one that I paid for, which was the McGregor one. So,
Oh, you paid for that?
listen, he didn't lose the fight because he couldn't beat him. He ran out of steam. There's a difference.
Who ran out of
And
steam?
he was up in the cards.
Who
So
ran out of steam?
the guy McGregor, the one that lost.
Oh, McGregor, right.
Yeah. But yeah, I paid for it because like I thought the press conferences they have before, like when did you see the tours that they were going on to promote it?
Yes.
I just thought that McGregor was such a character. I mean, he just was so animated. It was awesome.
Yes.
It was awesome watching that. He's so animated and hilarious.
Yes, he is. He's very entertaining. But we have a friend that fought him, so I don't know if I'm supposed to like him or not. Yeah, so that's why I'll keep my opinions to myself. Let's see. King of Drunk Tube wants to know, Angel, can you tell us what perfume you wear so I can mist some into the air whenever I think about you? Yes, Sam Sarah is my favorite. It's called Sam Sarah by Gorlane, whatever it's called. But Sam Sarah, King of Drunk Tube. Nice job, Angel and Marla. This was a great change of pace. Yes, I thought so, right, Marla?
Yeah.
Let's see. Leonard Hearns, Duran, all beat Floyd Mayweather. How do you say that? Imagine if Floyd did MMA.
That's what I was hoping they would. I was hoping that they would fight again, and that's what I was hoping that like McGregor met him on his turf, so he should have to meet McGregor on his.
Yeah. But I haven't heard anything about McGregor. Where the heck did McGregor go? I haven't seen him, heard anything about him, nothing.
McGregor, he's getting ready to fight again, or he's drumming up to. I think I was watching. He broke his ankle or his foot. It was disgusting. It happened in the ring, and you literally saw it. I've never seen anything.
No.
It was like jelly. That's how it like. I think that's the guy that he's getting ready to fight again, though.
Oh wow!
If I'm not too sure, because I caught it afterward. So I'm glad I didn't see it during, because oh god, it looked horrible. Because I think he got hit in it first, or he swung the wrong way, so it already had kind of an issue, and then that guy hit him, and it just looked like jelly, like it just.
Oh my god!
And I've never seen that before. It was disgusting.
That's why I hate watching the things. I hate it, and I love boxing, but I can't. Especially with my nephew in the MMA, it gets me so nervous. I think he's got a fight coming up soon. I have to find out. But boxing and MMA totally different. Could you imagine Mayweather in the cage with doing MMA? Wouldn't last a minute. Yeah, who knows?
That'd be a good fight, though. I would pay to see that one too.
Good night, yeah, right. Good night, Cremellin. Thank you so much. Floyd Mayweather carried McGregor, and when he got in trouble, the ref stopped it. You wasted your money.
But I think it was like 8 rounds, so it wasn't. I mean, they won it was a lot of rounds, so it wasn't like a total waste of money. I felt bad for the people who came there from.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, please hit that like button, please. Let's see. Good night, Kramal. MMA and boxing totally different. Floyd Mayweather wouldn't last a minute. Did I read that one already? It sounds familiar. Yeah, see, I'm losing my mind. Connor would have killed him. Literally? Really? He's training. Oh, all right. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, because he's been trying to he wants to get back in the ring.
Okay. So he lost a little. All right. Let's see what else. Just working and listening right now, but just wanted to say that was a great guest, Angel. Thank you so much, Petey. Thank you. And all my friends who weren't here tonight, thanks a lot. Thank you. I'll remember that. And let's see what else. Yes, he hasn't fought. He's been training and gotten big. Oh, really? He's been training and he's gotten big. Okay, good. Who's his next fight with? The same guy you said?
I think it's the same guy because I'm on his Facebook page, the fan page thing, and they're promoting. I've been watching, like, he's been healing and everything, and I watched the healing process, and then he started the training, and then he's like promoting a fight now.
Oh, okay, very good. All right, very good. I think that Marla, from now on, like, I don't want to do the negativity anymore. I think that it's either like do things like this or, like have people come up. Oh, I know, Jane. I know you're here. Thank you. Oh, AG, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm gonna check it out when I get off here. I'm sorry, AG. And thank you. But I don't want to do this other crap anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm done. We're gonna end up going to court, and that's gonna be fine with me, and then that's it. No more negativity. Could you like yell at me?
I don't want that job.
You don't want to do that, right?
I don't want that job. I don't even think that's my job description. We'll line up another interview. We gotta get another interview.
Yeah, I know. I really like
the one show's getting ready. Isn't it getting ready to air on Amazon Prime?
Which?
Graveson.
Oh yeah, I have to call him. Are they advertising it or anything yet?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have to call him.
And see if you could get Leo Rossi on too.
Oh yeah. I have to call him. I gotta call William. Yes. You know what it is? You just hate to like bring people on here. You know what I mean? It's so like, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely will. Because he promised me that this was going to be the place where they were all going to come. So I am going to. There's also somebody else that I said in the very beginning when I started this channel that I wanted her to come on. And I think like a lot of people who live in Brooklyn will know who she is. And I really want her to come on here because she has a story and a half to tell. So hopefully I will message her and ask her if she wants to come on here. And let's see. Take a few more minutes and then you're ready, Marla?
Sure.
Okay. Tonight's show was great. It's just a shame that all the drama shows attracted 300 plus and a great quality show like tonight wasn't that much quality over quantity. That's okay. Yeah, because I'm going to keep my mouth shut right now because there's no more drama. No worries. No you. Oh, okay. That's good, AG. I will, when I'm done with this. Yeah, I could ask Zena. I really want Zena on to be honest, I always wanted Xena on because Xena has a great story as well. I would love to have her on, and I am going to bother her. I am. I'm going to bother her. Bring back Vinny Paz on the computer this time, but let him curse. I let him curse. Xena told him he wasn't allowed to curse, but then, yeah, of course we let him curse because we couldn't hold him back. Jane says, I told you I would be here for the interview. After tonight, I am taking a break till after the new year, focusing on my family and happy stuff. And I don't blame you, Jane. And thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
She said, Angel, I still want Drita.
Angel, I still want Drita. Drita, I don't know. I once, you know what happened? I asked Drita if she would do, because I was trying so hard to help Pennsylvania Piggy. I was trying to help him, get interviews, and I asked her, and she didn't want to do his show. So yeah, I don't know if she was going to be starting her own channel, but she never did. I got to ask her what's going on. Yeah, that's it. That's the one that fought Colin McGregor. What's his name? What's his name? McGregor. Yeah, McGregor. Yeah, Paulie fought him. And so that's why I don't know. They don't really get along too well, those two.
No.
Shane, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okie dokies. You ready, Marla?
I'm ready.
Keeping this 3 hours, and I would keep on going, but since Peter wants to use this, we should end it. Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much, Marla.
Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Angel.
Yes, you too, and good night, everybody, and thank you so much, and thank you, Peter.